If they somehow get upset by the Commanders, it will sting more than any other team's loss. I'm Maggie Green.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's Jake Newton at West Knoxville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. New Ram trucks as much as $20,000 off MSRP.
Fires the ball down the middle. Jason Swain.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
And for a Tennessee touchdown.
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Friday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. Love a good Friday. That's what we have here. Jason Swain, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. We have a big sports weekend coming up. More college basketball this weekend. The divisional round of the NFL playoffs. We are closer to a national championship game on Monday, a game where a lot of people are going to have to figure out who am I pulling for in this one? Two teams that a lot of people pull against on a regular basis. We can get to that on Monday as well, but we are getting closer. We'll talk football. We'll talk hoops. We'll talk changes in college sports. We'll talk to you. Call or text at 865-656-9900. If you would like to be a part of the show, you can call or text at that number. We would love to hear from you this afternoon. 865-656-9900 to join us. Swain, good afternoon. How are you?
What's up, man? More changes? You say?
You can always expect change in college sports.
Yeah,
Never
for
assume
sure.
what's going to happen in the world of college athletics, or if it comes to the NCAA or different aspects of the government being involved with what happens with college sports.
Sometimes change can be a good thing.
Sometimes, yeah.
Definitely can be. So as long as it's for the better, I think that's what matters most. But I think we were anticipating change. When you look at the transfer window, NIL, and how that's been going the last couple of years, and what needs to happen to improve the landscape and make it a little bit more stable, less chaotic. So change is good.
Yeah, I felt uncomfortable the last few months, maybe, talking about, starting this year, there will be revenue share, and this is what it will be. We've had estimations. We've had guesses on a timeline. We've had the July 1 mark where we've looked at that and said, okay, that's when we might see the revenue share with an expected model of up to $20.5 million and a split this way. But then you have the Title IX guidance that comes yesterday from the Department of Education, and hold on now, maybe not. So that's why I've been kind of uncomfortable talking about this is what will happen. It's been more, this is what may happen, probably will happen this year, and schools are, I think, doing their best. Athletic departments are doing their best to prepare for what the situation will be without knowing for sure what it's going to be here in a few months.
So are we closer to some common ground with college athletics, or are we further away?
I feel like yesterday's ruling, or it's not even a ruling exactly, but I thought yesterday's news from the Department of Education, which is an organization that is subject to change, by the way, itself, I thought that moved us further away from clarification. As one college leader who emerged from a meeting room yesterday said, according to Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports, way to drop a bomb, huh? As the July 1st date nears, with the plan that athletic departments have put in place of how they would split up revenue. And the ruling was that NIL dollars from schools would have to be calculated as other spending is when it comes to Title IX, meaning an even split from male athletes and men athletes and women athletes. And the expected split, or the way that the revenue share pool would be distributed, was 80% plus to football and men's basketball teams. And with this guidance, that would not fly if it continues that way. But again, the Department of Education is subject to change. There's going to be a presidential administration change on Monday. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean...
But I would be preparing, I'm sure. We already know. Last week, I think, and we talked about it on the show, Yahoo had the story talking to administrators and athletic departments about, okay, this is what we're planning right now with the revenue share model, but we will also still be planning to put together whatever NIL opportunities we can find outside of what the school spends on the athletes. So I'm sure that yesterday's ruling emphasized again, okay, we still need to have a plan for legitimate name, image, likeness opportunities for the athletes.
Yeah, I want all athletes to be able to be compensated for the hard work they put in, but to expect a 50-50 split between male athletes and female athletes, I mean, although that sounds good, that's hard to envision that it's going to happen when you look at the interest that football has in this country. NFL is the number one pro sport. College football is the number one collegiate sport. When you turn on the television, you see the coverage, you see the TV deals. That right there lets you know that football players are valued more, and that's why they're getting paid more. Do I think every program around the country, football program, deserves to be paid more than sometimes the basketball program? No. Like, you look at what South Carolina women's program is doing. They're doing something that their football program is not doing in terms of how they run their program, the championship level. But at the same time, like, and I'm a dad of 3 girls. I had a conversation with my daughters yesterday, my youngest 2, about softball, baseball. Can girls play football? Yeah, they can play. Where can they play? It's not on TV, baby. Like, you can play. You can play softball. You can play baseball, softball, which is the girl version of baseball. You can play, soccer. I said, hey, U.S. women's soccer team is better than the men's, and in that case, they should be compensated, a whole lot more. But we talk about collegiate athletics. Football dominates. So how can you expect it to be 50-50? Like, even if you put football against baseball or football against men's basketball, like, it's not going to be fair. I mean,
yeah, when I see pro sports leagues ratings compared to the NFL, I'm asking, what's the point of this exercise here? The NFL is going to do it lives in its own world of dominance.
I mean, it does.
And that really is the case with just football. The NFL beats out college easily, but college football beats out all the other sports easily.
Yeah, that's That's a tough one for sure. I mean, because I believe in equality and I believe in fairness, but at the same time, like everyone's not treated equally in every case, in every scenario. When it comes to the respect level you should get, how you should be treated as a human, everyone deserves to be treated equally there. But if you bring a certain value that's higher than someone else, should y'all be paid equally? That's a tough thing to think about and just say, yeah, let's just pay everybody equal. I mean, that just doesn't line up. It just doesn't make a ton of sense, and that's tough because last night I'm sitting there and I'm watching the Lady Vols play. I'm watching every single second, and then when the game is over, I'm watching Ole Miss in Florida. Like, I'm a huge supporter of women's basketball, but to hold up a step forward to some type of equality in terms of teams having the same salary cap and stopping this chaos that's happening right now in college athletics where you got tampering going on, you got guys getting overpaid, you got players negotiating in the middle of the season, you got players
negotiating,
renegotiating. Yeah, like we're trying to take a step forward to fix that. And because we're trying to pay everybody equally, that's going to prolong that or postpone that. That's just wild to me. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. So it continues on. We will as well on this show, 865-656-9900. We appreciate you being with us however you are tuning in. We're on 99.1 The Sports Animal. We're on AM 640 The Sports Monster. Hello to everybody tuning in the Tri-Cities area. You can stream wherever you get your audio. You can listen on demand. So if you're listening to us in the future, hope it's going great. And you can watch on the Sports Animal YouTube channel. Swain, we already have multiple wide receiver related questions that have come in.
I don't have any answers, man. I don't know. I don't know who we're talking to. I don't know if we recruit any receivers. I do not know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm maybe the wrong person to ask. Maybe ask some other folks. I do not know. I don't know what the plan is there. I do not know. It's a secret, man. I ain't been told. It's a secret. It's a secret. Maybe Austin Price has the answer.
Richard in the YouTube chat. Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon, Richard. Hope we hear some Swain breakdown on the receiver room today.
Y'all trolling me.
On three.
I don't
One,
appreciate
two,
it.
three.
I don't appreciate the trolling.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. You can call, you can text. We'll talk to Barrett Sallee 20 minutes from now. He's in Atlanta, where the championship game will be played on Monday night between Ohio State and Notre Dame. We'll talk Tennessee Vanderbilt and hoops tomorrow, and we'll talk to you as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory! Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
A new year, time for those resolutions. How about making resolutions you can actually keep this year? Like eating more wings. More specifically, the wings that changed it all. Big Kahuna Wings not only has the best wings you've ever tasted, they have delicious, fresh, made-to-order burgers, wraps, salads, and oh so much more. In 2025, Big Kahuna is getting even bigger. A new location is on the horizon. Follow us on social to find out more. Big Kahuna Wings. changing your taste buds forever.
If I told you that you could look younger and most likely feel younger, you would be like, sign me up. And that's exactly what Be the Younger You can do for you. Because by reducing inflammation and losing the weight, you're going to be able to turn back your biological age. They have this really cool new thing where you can sign up for a free consultation and receive a complimentary advanced body composition analysis. And what that does is it detects the high visceral fat levels. Call 865-498-3000 or visit BeTheYoungerYouKnox.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-1509. 800-555-1509 or biglou.com.
Tyler here for Smoky Cigars. This month, it's Drew Estate Month, with all Drew Estate boxes discounted 20%. That includes Liga Privada while supplies last. Check out the cigar of the month, the Nica Rustica Broadleaf. Buy 3, get 1 free. Only at Smoky's, Knoxville Cigar Store.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Men's Pro Knoxville. We've totally rediscovered each other. Mark's swagger is back. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Men's Pro Knoxville brings you proven options for ED and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at menspronknoxville.com or dial 865-544-8220. That's menspronknoxville.com or dial 865-544-8220. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Hey folks, Jordan's with Ted Russell Nissan. And remember, every new Nissan sold at Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty. Need I say more? Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Several messages for Swain in the text box. Todd wants to know this one. See if you have an answer for Todd.
What you got, Todd?
I always enjoy Todd's texts. Most of them. Swain, is it true your new recruiting service, 3-Star Gyms, will debut soon? Any receivers we should be talking about?
Not made aware of that. I'm just here, man. I don't know what's going on. So
Jesse says the Swain Pains segment is going to be a thing. Asking me to will it so.
No pain here. I'm good, man.
No pain, no gain is what they say.
That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
The way to make life easy is to make life hard. That's what I've heard.
I've heard that one before, but I am good. Y'all trying to mess with me? It's all good.
David in the YouTube chat, Swain, you are still an all-time wide receiver at Tennessee. That's not changing.
Thank you, man. That means a lot. I appreciate that.
As to the Title IX discussion and what's going to happen with revenue share with athletes, Corey suggests that what's going to happen is we're just going to go back to the under-the-table payments with the fast food bags of money. What's the point of all this? Maybe that's the way.
Sounds like it.
It's like when you hear the joke, we've got this streaming service and that streaming service. What if we bundled it all together and we just called it something like cable?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll see in college athletics. Go back to the good old days of the payments that aren't supposed to happen.
Yeah, it was better maybe when people didn't know how the hot dog was being made. It was better when you were paying players straight cash. Payments wasn't traced. It seemed like it was less chaotic. But, unfortunately, players, they didn't have the rights they have now. They didn't have the power. Coaches had way too much power over them. Schools had way too much power over them. The fact that a player couldn't transfer to a place because it was too close to the school, or that school recruited against that school, and so that school wouldn't release that player to that school, which is the craziest thing ever, because you recruit against every school.
Yeah, and by the way, when you say release, we're talking about just release for scholarship. They still had to sit out.
Yeah,
but schools had the power not long ago to tell a player, you can transfer there, but you can't even get financial aid for your education.
Yeah, I mean that's
it's come a long way from where it was. It's swung to another side.
Yeah, I mean if there was some type of balance, that would be great, but we can't go back to what it was when players didn't have any rights. And I understand for those that sit there and say, well, they're getting a scholarship and they're getting an education for free, and I'm over here paying student loans. I've been paying it for 25, 30 years. I understand that you had your path, you had your road, but if you brought in the type of eyeballs that athletes bring in, football athletes bring into a school, then you would want more freedoms and more power too. And so balance is key. Balance is key in life, right? In other areas. And so the fact that we have come from where we were a couple of years ago to now, it's a free fall, it's chaos, there's anarchy, no one knows what's going on. There's no leadership. There's changes with rules because no one knows what works, what doesn't work. Like it's extremely frustrating, and I'm pretty sure it's affecting the common college sports fan. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some college sports fans that have become apathetic and don't have that same passion that they had, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, turned off by it. Yeah. Which I understand anybody's opinion, perspective.
I do too.
Yep. Eddie texted in, Title IX should stop at the university door. Any direct payments should be equal between players. NIL is separate from the university and should not be subject to Title IX, which I agree with. But what we're talking about here is with the revenue share that will go to athletes. That's where the Department of Education, with its guidance yesterday, said, no, that falls under Title IX, which I'm not surprised by. I thought that would happen. I guess I'm surprised by the timing, thought it would happen sooner. Maybe there's a reason for the timing, but that I'm not surprised by. And I agree with Eddie. The problem is that what's being described as NIL. NIL has become a term for money. We often hear they need to get that player some NIL. He hasn't.
Money.
What you're saying is you need to get that player money.
Yeah.
And it's pay for play. So revenue share would fall under this. There still can be separate name, image, likeness opportunities, meaning you get a legitimate endorsement deal. You're able to do a partnership with a business and be compensated for that. That would not fall under Title IX. That would not be paid out by the university. This ruling yesterday came under the idea of what will fall with the up to $20.5 million shared with the university and the athletes. And the Department of Education said, no, that's under Title IX. That's got to be an even split between men and women. NIL away from the school would not be subject to Title IX.
Yeah, I don't know how you make that work. Where you have a 50-50 split between, men's and women's.
And by the way, this is not definite. This is not for sure.
Yeah.
This is just what we got yesterday.
Yeah, because what if you have a school and the women's sports are not good.
Well, and the schools, they don't have to pay up to the $20.5 million. There's that cap that will continue to rise.
50-50 though, right?
Right,
Like,
whatever is paid. Let's
yeah.
say they pay $10 million. If a school pays $10 million to its athletes,
Yeah.
$5 million to the men,
Yeah.
$5 to the women.
And I use South Carolina as an example because, man, them girls deserve a lot. And it should be just a tied to winning, but let's just be honest here. You're more popular, you have more value when you win. And so you look at South Carolina, I mean, those girls teams, they deserve more money than the boys. They over here pulling in championships, and they got big crowds, and they're at the top of their sport. And so, like, how do you determine who gets paid what? Like, what if the women's teams are better than the men's teams, or vice versa? Like, it's just a slippery slope.
Every school is different, every position with their programs. Caitlin Clark's value, Angel Reese at LSU, her value was greater than a lot of men athletes.
Her value was more than the whole Iowa football team. She scored all the points, and Iowa football couldn't score any.
Yeah, it had to be very weird for an Iowa football fan to go to a women's basketball game. What's with all these points you're putting on the board?
Scoreboard. I didn't know it went.
Kirk,
above,
you know about this?
I didn't know the scoreboard went above 20. Wow, that's weird.
They had to put some new bulbs in. We'll come back. We'll talk to Barrett Salee. We'll talk college football on the field. See what he thinks about the title game on Monday. He's in Atlanta where the game will be played. He joins us next on Josh and Swain.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles. Low prices. Love the savings.
Peace of mind is priceless, especially when it comes to your home safety and your family's comfort. That's why the pros at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling created the Peace of Mind Maintenance Plan. Preventative maintenance for HVAC and plumbing is like changing your vehicle's oil, and experts recommend scheduling regular system checks to keep everything running smoothly. With Peace of Mind, you can safeguard your home from unexpected costly breakdowns and repairs. You'll get tons of benefits, including full system checks on HVAC and plumbing systems, water heater flushes, sewer camera inspection, 10% automatic discount on repairs, priority bookings, no service fees, and much more. Monthly service plans are as low as $20.25 per month, and total annual services are valued at over $1,500. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to sign up or schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
When it comes to commercial real estate, experience is worth its weight in gold. NAI Cola RM Moore's team brings over 470 years combined experience to the table. That much experience? You can trust that they've seen every mistake made before. They know how to avoid pitfalls that can cost time and impact profits. That means NAI Cola RM Moore's experience not only helps expedite deals, but it also saves you in both the short and long run because they know to avoid costly issues before they happen. Experience gets the deal done right, the first time and every time. From commercial, office, and investment property to property management, trust NAI Cola RM Moore to optimize your opportunities to maximize profit in commercial real estate. Call 865-531-6400. That's 865-531-6400. Online at colamore.com.
The YMCA is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick below the surface. Y is the before work hustle, an after school home, a section of my block, a corner to call my own. With my Y, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your Y. Join today at ymca.org for a better us.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Consider yourself a bourbon connoisseur? At Twin Peaks, they're proud to offer an exclusive and extensive collection of some incredibly rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas. Check out their barrel selects, hand-picked by their team and bottled just for you. Supplies limited. Stop by Twin Peaks to see what they're pouring. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Pat,
with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me. 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant will pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me. 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Bright blue skies and 52, basically a copy, just less wind of what we had on Thursday. But by midnight, changes are here. Rain for pretty much all of us. A good half an inch is likely to melt through the rest of the snow and ice, but only the upper 40s on Saturday and dropping temps in a hurry Sunday into next week. For the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media. You can't hide talent. You can only hope to contain it.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. We head to Atlanta. There will be a national championship game there on Monday. We say hello to Barrett Salee, college football smothered and covered. He joins us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline. Should be rather mellow, I think, during this segment. Barrett, good afternoon. How are you?
I am fantastic, and I apologize if this segment is terrible because I'm currently sitting in a massage chair in the media lounge at the Westin for the College Football Playoff National Championship. So I'm feeling good right now, guys, not going to lie.
Yeah, is that by design? Did they put those in there so that the media will be nicer in their coverage of college sports and everything that's happening with the landscape right now?
Well, if that's the plan, it is definitely working. Or just to keep us away from going to the game, because honestly, I'm sitting in this thing and it's just got to be about an $8,000 or $9,000 chair. I mean, it is incredible.
What do you think there, Swain? That's quite an NIL deal for Barrett Salee.
Or just
I'll take it, man.
Or just a deal.
If it's free, it's for me. If they want to give me this, I'm good.
Oh yeah, those things are really, 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 really good. Barrett, who's going to be good in the title game? Who is going to win this thing, man? I hate to just get to the meat and potatoes at the beginning of the interview and ask you who's going to win, but who do you think is going to win and why?
Yeah, man, I think Notre Dame is going to spring the upset. I think Notre Dame is going to make this a rock fight. I think that that's how they operate. They do a very good job of that. They can look back at what happened in that Texas game and how Texas took Jeremiah Smith away for Ohio State and go from there. They've got the players to do it. I think if you look at Ohio State, some of their ineffectiveness when they've gotten into trouble has been in the offensive line. And Notre Dame, when we've seen it throughout the entire playoff, really all season, that defensive front's just flat out nasty. So I think they're going to force Will Howard into a couple mistakes. They're going to put themselves in positions where they have short fields, and they're going to get the job done. I mean, I think Riley Leonard is one of the more underappreciated players in college football. He can be a weapon in the passing game. They just don't need him to. And if you don't need him to, then you're doing something right. And Marcus Freeman, I think, to his credit, if something works, he doesn't go away from it. He doesn't try to prove he's the smartest person in the room. He just goes about his business. And we saw that last two games ago when they just basically kept Riley Leonard on the ground, didn't have to throw it. Last week, they tried the same thing in the first half. It didn't work, and they opened things up a little bit, and look what happened. Come back for the ages for Notre Dame. So, I think Notre Dame gets the job done.
Was the playoffs everything that you thought it would be in year one of the 12-team playoff?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you guys know I'm not an expanded playoff guy. You saw people complain about it. People that wanted it complained about it with the seeding issues. You saw some bad games early. You saw some great games as things have gone on. And you've seen upsets, and you've seen that the best teams in the country, or what we thought were the best teams in the country, have all sort of fallen like dominoes. And so I think when all is said and done, I mean, a little bit of both, a little bit of A, a little bit of B, and now all of my Atlanta media members are coming over to try to get into the massage chairs. So y'all can keep talking to me as long as you want, because I am not getting out of this thing.
Barrett's not moving as long as he's got this important radio hit to take
That's
care
right.
of. He's in Atlanta, and Barrett's the lead. College football smothered and covered. What did you think? Do you remember what you thought of Notre Dame's situation right after the loss to Northern Illinois? Because how incredible would it be to go from that point, whatever you might have thought at the time, I'm sure you didn't think national championship was coming, to now thinking they might get it done on Monday night?
Well, I kind of wrote something to the effect. I don't have it in front of me, but I wrote something to the effect that they're still capable of winning a title, but the margin for error is gone. And it was basically to the effect of, look, Notre Dame still lost that game in a game that they like to play, right? The offense just wasn't ready. Riley Leonard wasn't healthy, and the defense still looked like it's supposed to. So I didn't think it would actually happen, but I remember writing something to the effect of, hey, let's not count them out completely, because the schedule's still rather easy, and one unit, the one they count on, the defense, still played pretty well. So surprised they're here, because I didn't think they could actually do it. But I remember thinking, you know what? Let's not count them out completely. And sure enough, here they are.
There's some NFL jobs open, and some NFL jobs have included college coaches as potential candidates. Which college coach you think is the most prepared to go to NFL and have success?
In terms of the college, in terms of all the ones that are out there still, I think it's probably Deion. Yeah, Deion can be fine. Deion, I think, at the NFL level is perfectly capable of leading a team to a Super Bowl. He relates to players well, especially younger players. And I think we all forget, they're professionals, but still, I mean, they're young professionals. They still grew up as, with Deion as, a legend, a Hall of Famer. They know who he is. And he can relate to them. He showed that at Colorado, and he hires great. I think that's the thing is he went out and he understood his flaws. He understood where his team was struggling, and went out and did enough from a roster standpoint, and did the exact right things from a coaching hire standpoint with Warren Sapp and guys like that. So I'm convinced that if you put him in the NFL, he'll be successful. He's done it at the high school level. He's done it at the HBCU level. He's done it at the college level. And look, that team for Colorado, they are not even close to a 9 or 10 win team on paper. He made them one, and that speaks volumes as to what he can do from an on the field standpoint.
Barrett, most of college football is on to what's going to happen the rest of 2025. Ohio State and Notre Dame have a game to play, of course, on Monday. But so far, moves in the SEC, teams that have maybe helped themselves, teams that have work to do based on transfer portal activity. What has stood out over the last few weeks with the movement you've seen within the SEC?
Yeah, I mean, I think Auburn and Hugh Freeze has been killing it. I think, again, sort of like Deion, he recognizes his team's flaws and has addressed them in a massive, massive way, especially at wide receiver in Eric Singleton. The flaw, actually, I shouldn't say flaws. I should say, how do you build a championship caliber team? They already have great receivers. You add Eric Singleton in that mix, that's enormous. It makes Jackson Arnold's job so much easier. And then, Jackson Arnold, I thought, got unfairly criticized at Oklahoma. He was fine. When you lose your 5 top receivers, you're not going to be successful as a quarterback. So I think the biggest thing to me is just the way Auburn attacked the transfer portal, and how I think Hugh Freeze recognized, hey, he doesn't want to be, a portal king. but sometimes you need to be, and he has been.
Barrett, anything else to note before you go about the scene in Atlanta for the title game coming up on Monday, and how can people find your coverage before and during, after as well, the event on Monday night?
Yeah, there are a lot of fans here. And Notre Dame fans are global. They're definitely here. And Ohio State fans, talking to some around the media hotel, there's a lot of fans staying here this weekend, and they seem really happy with Ryan Day. Win or lose, I think they're going to be okay with him moving forward, because he's been in the national championship game twice. They had the second best team in the country 2 years ago when Georgia beat TCU in the title game. I think they're content. He's won 3 big games. I think all those, the people that care about the rivalry still don't like him, but I think everybody else is okay with him. And we'll have coverage on College Football Smothered and Covered. We'll have coverage on Outkick. We'll have coverage on SiriusXM. So that all is contingent on me getting out of this massage chair at the media lounge, which, I mean, is at this point not very likely.
Yeah, so
Being
don't
greedy, man.
Yeah, don't refresh that podcast feed. It might not be coming in. Barrett's stuck. Good vibrations, I thought, this segment. Good vibrations
That's right,
with Barrett
that's
Sleeve
right.
joining us. Hey, Barrett, appreciate the time as
I see what
always.
you did there.
Yeah, look forward to seeing what happens on Monday night and your coverage with it. Thanks as always, and we'll talk to you again soon.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Barrett. Barrett's Lee joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
I don't know about that Notre Dame pick. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm on Ohio State here. I mean, his reasons would probably play out, muddy up the game, make it difficult. I think everybody thinks that if Notre Dame's going to make it one. I haven't seen one person say, I like Notre Dame in a shootout.
Like Notre Dame plays man-to-man coverage on the outside consistently. They do it more than any other team in the playoffs. It's hard to think they won't do the same thing against Ohio State. Do what got you there. How is Ohio State not going to shred man-to-man coverage with Chip Kelly calling the offense? I mean, it's just really hard for me to believe. And then when you look at Notre Dame, it's not like they are explosive offensively either in the passing game. So, like, if they get down early, which we've seen Ohio State take the lead in every game first in the college football playoff, it just doesn't add up to me to see Notre Dame being able to beat Ohio State. But, hey, man, crazy things have happened, and you don't have to be the best team that day.
What if Ohio State does have a turnover or two or a costly penalty that gives an opportunity for Notre Dame and then their defense is able to step up?
It can happen. What if the quarterback gets hurt? Will Howard gets hurt?
Yeah.
And you can't get the ball to those receivers. I mean, anything can happen.
If it's a race to a big number, I think Ohio State's the one that's going to get there. Yeah. But if that's not the kind of game it is, Notre Dame's going to be in one. We'll come back, 865-656-9900. If you'd like to be a part of the show. Thoughts ahead to Monday. We've talked a little Title IX and revenue sharing, all the joyful conversations of college sports that continue on as well. We'll get ready for Tennessee basketball this weekend. We have a lot to discuss. Join us, 865-656-9900 to call or text on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal. Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
Fellas, if something feels different, like with your energy, your motivation and drive, you've noticed weight gain or a loss of muscle mass, these are signs of low testosterone. Don't wait. Find out what you can do to fix the issue. You can do that at Low T Center. Simple tests can help you get your numbers back because of their on-site lab. Next, you need to understand that their physicians specialize in treating low T with testosterone replacement for each patient. They have over a decade of experience helping patients. And super important, their personal treatment plans are optimized for each patient. These are not basic standard treatments. You can get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications as well. And for current patients at Low T Center, they are offering you a $150 referral credit for each new patient that you refer. Go to the website, lowtcenter.com, to book your appointment online today so you can get back to feeling and looking your best. That's the website, lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Everybody rides providing bank stipulations with approved credit. Citra SY 231 049, price 21750 gigs, RL 583 956, price 1999, number one dealer based on 2024 Nissan RDR report. Save thousands off MSRP, DN 45331.
You're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
Hey, East Tennessee, I wanted to say thanks for making Oak Ridge Nissan East Tennessee's #1 volume Nissan dealer in 2024 again. And now it's time for our Fresh Start sales event. Start your 2025 in a brand new Oak Ridge Nissan, like a new Nissan Sentra or Nissan Kick starting at $269 a month. Or how about financing as low as 0% APR? You like New Year's resolutions? Well, how about something that actually works? Like up to $8,000 over Kelly Blue Book so we can pay off your trade no matter what you owe. If you've had a few bumps in the road, slow credit, bad credit, even recent bankruptcy, no problem. Everybody rides at Oak Ridge Nissan.
I said everybody.
So make that 10-minute drive to save thousands of dollars during Oak Ridge Nissan's Fresh Start sales event, because everyone knows fresh is healthier, and that's why
you're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WEALTH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Casey's has 8 new coffee roasts that have been described as having rich aromatics that entice any palate. But, we're not sure what that means, so we just call it darn good coffee. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. Get a free any-size coffee with Casey's Rewards. See Casey's Rewards for details.
On Wednesday, January 22nd, Knoxville, Tennessee is where the best wrestle as All Elite Wrestling presents Dynamite.
All Elite Wrestling has entered a whole new era.
Be there live and be a part of the most exciting professional wrestling experience in the world when AEW arrives in Knoxville for the first time ever. AEW Dynamite, live Wednesday, January 22nd from Knoxville Coliseum. Tickets on sale now, starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
I'm Michael Jenkins, helping you beat the books with BetQL. The marquee matchup in the divisional round in the NFL is set for Sunday night as the Bills host the Ravens. With 2 MVP-worthy quarterbacks, you'd think points would be easy in this game, but the Baltimore defense has been the best in the NFL in the last half of the season. The BetQL model won't take a side in this epic game, but they do like the under. Their 5-star best bet of the weekend is going under the total in Buffalo. I'm Michael Jenkins. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
You are never too old for a family. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is dedicated to finding forever families for children who have been waiting in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Thanks to Justin. He's down in South Texas. Tweeted to us, said Barrett's roughing it, listening from down there in Texas to the show. We appreciate you. However you're tuning in, always love to hear from folks around the U.S. that are tuning in to hear what's going on with Tennessee as we're talking Tennessee, SEC, college football, and college sports today.
Hey, Tennessee fans care about their Tennessee sports, and not all of them live in Tennessee or Knoxville and able to listen as conveniently as some around here. Doesn't mean you can't follow your team.
That's right.
Or follow your favorite show or favorite personality like Josh Ward. You can do that because of technology.
Hey. You can also go back and listen. We're on demand, Apple, Spotify. So if you want to check out last segment's conversation with Barrett yesterday, Chris Lowe of ESPN joined the show. Alan Bell, his response was a little bit different than Barrett's when you brought up the national title game. I think Alan felt bad for Notre Dame going into this game when he gave his response, and I kind of lean that way as well. Again, game has to be played out in the text box. Now, it is from Buckeye Dad over in Powell. But Buckeye Dad said, Ohio State #1 defense in the nation. Obviously the best defense Notre Dame has faced all season. Better than Georgia. Faster than Georgia. Ohio State 27-13 is what Buckeye Dad says.
I mean, I'm with Buckeye Dad. You're not supposed to play man-to-man coverage on a group of receivers that Ohio State has and be able to walk away unscathed. I mean, the threat of the deep ball is there with all three of those receivers, all four of those receivers, and then the crossing routes. Like, I think about the crossing routes that Chip Kelly hit us with and how the moment Jeremiah Smith caught the ball, it was like he turned on the rocket launchers on his back. Like, some guys you can kind of see they catch the ball and they either decelerate or they're at the same rate of speed. Jeremiah Smith was faster with the ball in his hands. And how are you going to play one-on-one, man-to-man coverage for 4 quarters and be able to walk away? I just don't see it. Unless, again, like Will Howard gets hurt, they've are able to take advantage of a situation like the Eagles took advantage of the 49ers a couple of years ago, the NFC Championship game, where they had like 2 or 3 quarterbacks get hurt and Christian McCaffrey had to play quarterback at the end of the game. Like, that could happen because Ohio State did lose their backup quarterback to the transfer portal. So, like, if those guys are healthy, I mean, it would be a colossal failure for Brian Hartline and Chip Kelly if they allowed Notre Dame to beat them going man-to-man for 4 quarters.
Riley Leonard could also get knocked out for Notre Dame. He got knocked out for a period of time in the previous game, came back in the second half. Yeah,
he could. He could. So I don't really care who wins. I mean, I'm not one of those people that because I watch sports, I have to root for a team. I can watch it and not care, just like I watched Ole Miss and Florida Lady hoops last night. I didn't care who win. Looking for a good game to watch. And so I'll be doing that on Monday, watching Notre Dame and Ohio State.
By the way, with Ohio State, Devin Brown is still there.
Is he?
Yeah, so he stayed with the team. He has not left. He has stayed with them all the way through the playoffs.
Does he have a new team already?
I'm not aware that he is committed elsewhere.
Stay.
Yeah.
If you don't have a new team already.
Yeah, he is still with them.
Wow. Yeah, he might as well stay. Maybe he's starting quarterback next year. But he might be needed. I mean, Notre Dame, man, they knock you around. They're physical. So Will Howard, they'll try to rough him up and get to him. But, seeing again how Chip Kelly prepared with all those weapons, hard to beat. And Texas is the most talented roster Ohio State's played all year long. They still beat them by 2 touchdowns. And really, Ohio State beat themselves. It would have been worse. But they still beat them by 2 touchdowns. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, don't matter. They still beat them by 2 touchdowns. Notre Dame's roster is not as good as Texas. So,
you rooting for Notre Dame?
Nope. Why would I do that?
You rooting for Ohio State?
Nope. Tennessee's not playing.
Will it make you feel better on the Tennessee side if Ohio State rolls on Monday night?
No. No. I mean, Ohio State being in the championship game kind of explains what happened when we played them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need Ohio State to win the championship game to know that they're better than us and was better than us on paper and better than us on the field in between the white lines. Like, I don't need them to win it because I know that any given day in a football scenario, just like in March Madness, if you're not the best that day, it don't matter how good you were before then or how great your team is and the players you have. If you're not good or better than the opponent that day, you can lose. And you can be better than the other team 9 times out of 10. But if you are not that one time, it's over. And so Notre Dame could achieve that on Monday. I don't need Ohio State to win to make myself feel better about Tennessee's loss. Because honestly, you probably lose Notre Dame too.
Probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was I'm one with reality here. It was a good season. You got to the college football playoff. That was the goal at the beginning of the season. What that taught you is that there's another level you need to get to.
Now where are you going to get there?
You come a long way,
mm-hmm.
but there's more ways to go if you want to win a championship. That's what this season taught me. That's what watching the college football playoff taught me. That's what seeing Ohio State in person taught me.
I mean, Ohio State showed more speed and talent. Wide receiver would be good.
Yeah, I guess so. You remember Clemson a couple years ago when people said they were Clemsoning? They were knocking on the door, getting close, and they beat LSU. And then they started building what they needed to build to get that next step. That's kind of what we got to do now.
Yep. We are on to hour number 2, 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show. We'll close out with this from Mark in Harrogate. Hey, Josh, I wanted to send Swain a funny joke about carpentry, but I didn't think it would work. Woodwork, carpentry.
Gotcha.
2 hours to go. I'll try to be better as we continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Got a small business that no one's heard of except your grandma? Time for a boost. From Cumulus Boost, the affordable way to boost local search engine optimization and help manage reviews. Cumulus Boost helps local businesses improve their online presence so they're not buried by bigger companies in local searches. Get found, get on the map, and get a boost with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Covenant Health Fitness Center. It's been known as Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center for a long time. I've told you about Fort Sanders for a long time. They've changed the name recently. They continue to offer everything you expect in a great health club, 5-star club with everything you need to hit your fitness goals, everything you need in the gym with strength equipment, cardio equipment. There's an indoor track that is wonderful this time of year, really any time of the year, for walking, jogging, and running inside, indoors. They have about 85 group fitness classes that take place every single week. Those are included in your membership at Covenant Health Fitness Center. You can also stop by and sign up and go through a fitness evaluation where they can kind of map out a plan for you to hit your fitness goals. They will help you get there along the way. They have a great staff that is in place. They have complimentary child care available with family memberships. Our family uses that opportunity. We have access to an indoor pool 12 months out of the year and so much more. Kingston Pike right off Pellissippi Parkway. Stop by, check it out for yourself. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Covenant Health Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Who says dry January has to be boring? Grab a bottle of Heineken 0.0 for zero-proof sips and all the flavor you love. Plus, they're just $3.50 during lunch when added onto any of their lunch combos at Twin Peaks.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-1509. 800-555-1509 or biglou.com.
Tyler here for Smoky Cigars. This month, it's Drew Estate Month, with all Drew Estate boxes discounted 20%. That includes Liga Privada while supplies last. Check out the cigar of the month, the Nica Rustica Broadleaf. Buy 3, get 1 free. Only at Smoky's, Knoxville Cigar Store.
Hey folks, Jordan's with Ted Russell Nissan. And remember, every new Nissan sold at Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty. And that's a long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Ted Russell Nissan, we got it going on.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about how we can help you stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with a Sports Minute. It's the NFL divisional round, and the one team that is under the most pressure to win has to be the Detroit Lions. The Lions are no longer the scrappy underdogs. They are a juggernaut of a team with the #1 seed in their conference, home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and facing a rookie quarterback in the divisional round. If they somehow get upset by the Commanders, it will sting more than any other team's loss. I'm Maggie Gray.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's Jake Newton at West Knoxville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. New Ram trucks as much as $20,000 off MSRP.
Welcome into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 1 hour down. We have 2 to go. We invite you to join us. 865-656-9900. We'll open up the phone lines in a moment. Text box remains open. We were asked about Ohio State's wide receivers, talking about what if one of them were to hop in the portal after the game on Monday night. I don't think Jeremiah Smith is. Asked about Carnell Tate. He considered Tennessee at one point.
I mean, he's not getting the ball nearly enough. I mean, it ain't no one else's fault he dropped a touchdown pass last game, but, I mean, he's not going to ever be number one at Ohio State, but he could potentially be number one somewhere else. I mean, he would be a number one here, day one, but I'm pretty sure he would command a whole lot of money.
I
Probably
have no
over
doubt
7
about
figures.
that.
I mean, if I was him, I would command over 7 figures.
Yep. Mekabuka is off to the NFL after
He's a
Monday night's game.
second-round pick.
Yep. And Jeremiah Smith is currently required to play 2 more years of college football.
He'll have a good time during those 2 years, that's for sure.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. So, that's something to monitor, though. After the game on Monday, that is the end of the season for 2 more teams, at which point you could see players opt in the transfer portal. I'm sure somebody will from both teams. So, keep an eye out there as the portal search continues.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State, they lost some receivers out there.
This week.
The championship run, the team that had a championship run. So, I mean, it's not crazy to think that players from, these 2 teams could hit the portal. I mean, with the Mekabuka graduating and leaving, I mean, that opens up a opportunity for Carnell Tate. I mean, you don't have to be the number one guy at Ohio State to get everything you need, be able to win and be developed and get paid a whole lot of money and have a chance to play, make big money at the next level too. So, but if you just want to be number one, then you're gonna have to leave because you ain't gonna be that at Ohio State.
There is a wide receiver 1 spot open in Knoxville.
Oh, for sure.
At least
it's
as of now.
It's up for grabs.
Yep, that is a good way to say it. Let's say hello to Benny on Josh and Swain. Hey, Benny, good afternoon. Thanks for calling in. What's on your mind?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Listen, I love the show. I have a concern as well as a question. I've been a season ticket holder now for basketball season for probably 15 years now. I noticed during the national anthem, when players are standing there, our players are standing there, some with their hands over their heart, some with their hands behind their back, I noticed Zakai Ziegler arms crossed. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. I know the guys in my section, we've been noticing it for the last 2 years. Is there a reason for this that I don't know about? Doesn't fit the way Rick Barnes in the Tennessee mold seems to stand for. Tell me what you guys think, or if you've even noticed it.
Is he standing up?
Yes, he is standing up. I mean, I didn't know if it was some sort of protest. That,
He's standing up.
Used to, they would kneel and all that.
Yeah, he's standing up, so definitely not a protest. He's standing up, which is what is what you do when you show respect, to the flag.
Do you cross your arms when the national anthem's played?
I stand up. I show my respect. I haven't seen Zakai Ziegler because I haven't been at the games.
I love
when they
Zakai
do.
Ziegler. Trust me. I mean, I'm not down on the guy. I'm just asking a question because he gives it all for Tennessee.
I do not know about him during the anthem. I just know that guys stand up when they are showing respect to the flag, and different people put their hand over their heart. Some people, cross their arms in front, drop their head, pray. That's what I do a lot of times. Some people put their hand behind their back. But if you are standing up, I was taught that's showing respect for the flag. And I was raised in a family with Air Force, Army, Navy, and all of it. So
I haven't noticed anything about Zakai, and I don't know anything. I've been to plenty of games. I've seen the team. I stand across from them or sit across from them. Never noticed anything.
Okay, good. I hope it's just something I've picked up on that means nothing. Then go Vols.
Okay, Benny, thanks a lot for the call. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't paid any attention to that or heard it brought up until Benny's call right now.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Ohio State and Notre Dame on Monday night. We keep the phone lines open. We say hello to Buckeye Terry on Josh and Swain. Buckeye Terry, good afternoon.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, Buckeye?
I'm going to need to adopt a new name come Tuesday. I'm going to need to adopt national title winning Buckeye Terry. sounds good to me.
Well, you might as well go ahead and adopt it now. You might as well adopt it now because one of your teams is gonna win.
Y'all to write my name on it.
Huh?
Shut up! I
one of your teams are winning.
Shut up!
Yeah.
No, get out of here. It's all the way, and I think it's an 8-point spread, right? But here's the deal. We're going to win by double digits. So, yeah, I'm thinking we're going to win between 10, 12, something like that. So it's going to be a good game. Not going to be a good game for most of y'all, but it's going to be a good game for me.
So
I'm just giving y'all the heads up.
So what do you win? You gonna celebrate? You gonna brag at work? Is that?
Oh yeah. You know I am.
And
then I'm gonna go through
you expecting your coworkers to care when you do that bragging?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But better believe I got a little something on the line.
Oh yeah.
I got a little something on the line.
Well, you know your coworkers are not gonna really care that much, right?
Oh no, they going down. They know.
Okay.
They know.
Do your coworkers know you used to be a Notre Dame fan too?
Oh, get your butt out of here.
I'm here. Where am I going?
Get your butt out
I'm here.
of
I'm here until 3. I'm here, man. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's obligated.
Yeah, I got to be here.
I know you just like Tennessee. I ain't going nowhere.
That wasn't terrible. That wasn't a terrible comeback. That wasn't terrible.
You're right. Our season is done, Buckeye Terry. You're right about
That's
that.
Right. That's right. That's right. And y'all ain't going nowhere next year either. Y'all might lose to Florida next year.
Might. You never know. It's on the road.
Yeah, I can see that coming. I can see that Florida look like they picking up, making some moves. So,
maybe I need to take your approach and be a Buckeye fan. Change teams. That's what you do, right?
Nah, you ain't no Buckeye fan. We would never accept you.
Okay. That's too bad, man. Because hey, you can change teams. I should be able to change teams too, then, right?
Oh, whatever. I'm talking about when I was 10 years old.
All right, man. Enjoy your championship because you're going to win one finally.
Everybody's happy for you, Buckeye Terry.
Little CR Colonel Royal. Be good.
Buckeye Terry, have a good weekend. We appreciate you as always. David in the text box, though, says Buckeye Terry just jinxed Ohio State. Watch and see.
Go Irish. Go Irish.
Todd says his nickname is going to be Terry the Leprechaun come Monday night.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm glad Buckeye Terry, man, can be happy. Glad he can be happy.
You still have no rooting interest?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't at all. Because there's a lot of Notre Dame fans here. I mean, you have Catholics that root for Notre Dame. You have Ohio State fans. I mean, I don't have any connection to either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are not an SEC team. You still recruit against both programs. You recruit against every big-time program. But it just doesn't matter to me who wins. I mean, it would be cool to see Marcus Freeman win, an interim head coach, young coach, 39 years old. It'd be cool to see him win one. But hey, Ryan Day, he's been through a lot as a child. He has spoke outwardly about his father taking his own life and how that affected him, and he's used that to try to help others. So I mean, I could find a reason to root for Ryan Day. I could find a reason to root for Marcus Freeman, but I just don't care who wins. I don't know how it would be better for Tennessee. I mean, that's usually my angle. All right, which scenario is better for Tennessee? Like when Bama and Georgia played. Unfortunately, you needed Bama to win because you didn't need another powerhouse to make it harder for Tennessee. But I don't have that angle to worry about.
No, I don't think Tennessee benefits from anything that will happen on Monday. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
We love Buckeye Terry. We appreciate Buckeye
Oh, I
Terry's
love
call.
Buckeye Terry, especially when he is paying his bets.
Yeah, he paid off the stake wager for those who missed it. That was shortly before Christmas.
Yeah. Buckeye Terry, I'm telling you, man, if Ohio State don't win with that roster, you're going to have to take it on the chin for a while. Even though they beat Tennessee, your co-workers, your friends will be giving you the business because you should win this game, which is why when Buckeye Terry called leading up to the Tennessee-Ohio State game, I said, you better not let Tennessee win because I knew that Ohio State was a better team. It's why we didn't do picks that week. So you better win, Buckeye Terry. Better win.
We'll continue the conversation. Who do you think will win? 865-656-9900. We'll talk Tennessee basketball on the court against Vanderbilt tomorrow. Big game in Nashville. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock for the conversation. Join us, 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
The new year is here, and it's going to be full of special occasions. And when you want to celebrate one or all of them with a special piece of jewelry, then you need to remember TK Wheeler Jewelers. He's located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, and he's been in business for over 40 years. He knows how to put an exclamation point on an anniversary, a special birthday like a Sweet 16, a push present to celebrate the birth of your child, or a retirement gift after a lifetime of dedication. They have so many beautiful options for you when it comes to bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and chains, and also watches for men and women. And then they have diamonds, multicolored precious gemstones, and classic pearls. There are so many options, but let me also plant this seed. You can sit down with TK and design a one-of-a-kind custom piece of jewelry to mark your special day. So when you need beautiful jewelry, you need the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement.
For three from the corner, she got it. The Kim Caldwell era of Lady Vol basketball is off to a hot start, and the fun is just beginning. Going coast to coast, off and left, and good. Get your tickets to see Lady Vols this season inside Food City Center. With a record number of season tickets already sold, you don't want to miss the action. She takes an NBA range three, and she sinks it. Single game tickets for Lady Vol basketball are available now at allvols.com.
Wow, 2024 just flew by, did it not? And I'm sure, just like me, you're ready for 2025. And you know, my favorite way to start off the new year is to make my home feel like new with Zero Res carpet and air duct cleaning. Only Zero Res uses the advanced patent process with ZR water for a superior, long-lasting clean. And right now, when you mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $109. Plus, you're going to get a hallway cleaned absolutely free. So get to scheduling online now. That's at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
This Friday morning at 9, visit 991thesportsanimal.com for this week's sweet deal. Get 2 adult wristbands for the price of 1 to Obermountain. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. Don't miss this one to Obermountain.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Text box is open, 865-656-9900. We'll get to Tennessee basketball in a moment. Just a quick bone to pick with you, Swain. Just a quick bone.
What's new?
Smaller size bone.
What's new, Josh? Always picking on me, man.
I
ain't bothering anybody today.
We follow each other on social media, Twitter/X, however you describe it.
That can change in like 5 seconds.
I've thought the same, as a matter of fact. You sent me a direct message last night. It's a direct message regarding a viral post regarding the Las Vegas Raiders and a story that involves VFL Byron Young. There are 2 Byron Youngs, in fact, that have played on the defensive line, came out in the same draft class. The reason I bring this up is Cam in Chattanooga. We appreciate Cam. He texted us this, and he asked this, Josh, have you heard the story of the Raiders and Byron Young? They called the one from Tennessee, the one who's thriving with the Rams, by the way, and told them they were picking him, and somehow ended up picking the Byron Young from Alabama, a guy that didn't pan out. They've already cut him, and he is elsewhere in the league with the Eagles. Yeah, he was one and done with the Raiders. I have seen the story. I had seen the story. I saw it from Swain last night.
You saw it before I sent it to you?
So I remembered it. I had forgotten it because Byron also told a story maybe a year ago where his agent said, hey, you're going to the Raiders, and then said, never mind, they texted the wrong agent. Something. That's the way Byron, the VFL Byron, relayed the story. The way that it was seen last night is that they might have meant to take Byron Young, got mixed up, and they accidentally took the one from Alabama. If I recall, I think the wrong profile photo was used somehow during the draft cast or maybe ESPN's draft cast, whatever it might be. Here's what I know. No matter who they meant to take, they took the wrong one. Okay?
They took the wrong one. They took the wrong one.
Knoxville's, the University of Tennessee's Byron Young has been terrific for the Rams, and Alabama's Byron Young is no longer with the Raiders. So I'm familiar with the story. My colleague and someone I considered a friend, Jason Swain, made sure that I saw the story last night. So yes, I am aware.
How does it make you feel as a Raiders fan?
Well, less than good. I mean, it's down the list on.
That's pretty bad.
It's really bad.
That's really bad.
You want to know what my personal opinion is? I think they wanted to take Byron Young from Tennessee.
I think so too.
I think that's who they wanted to take. The draft evaluations going in had Tennessee's Byron Young higher. Tennessee's Byron Young is better. So I think that they wanted to take Byron Young from Tennessee. I don't know that, can't prove that. I think that's who they wanted to take. I think they took the wrong one.
They took the wrong one. Intentionally or unintentionally, they definitely took the wrong one. Like
either way, they got the wrong one.
Yeah, if they knew, like, oh, yeah, we want the Byron Young from Alabama, he's still the wrong one. Oh, yeah, we want the one from Tennessee, but we thought the one from Alabama, we got it mixed up. Like, you still messed up.
When Tennessee's Byron Young told the story of how it played out according to his knowledge of it, the pick was announced on television. He knew that it was going to be the other Byron Young. His family goes crazy, and he's sitting there saying he felt terrible because he was ready to go. He's ready to get drafted. His family's all celebrating. He's like, it's not me, somebody else. And it's a guy from Alabama. Makes it even worse. So,
standard of excellence.
So, Swain, your job as a media member is to inform. I appreciate you informing me, making sure I knew, and I appreciate Cam down in Chattanooga for doing the same.
Yeah, I just wanted your reaction. I just wanted to know how you would, react to that report.
Tracy texted in, I am going to pull for a sinkhole to open up Monday night. I hate both teams, Ohio State and Notre Dame.
See? She can feel that way. Like, I don't have a disdain for either program. I mean, does Buckeye Terry annoy me sometimes? Yeah, but not to the point where I'm rooting for Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame beat me twice as a player, but like still I'm not rooting against them just because of that.
Yeah, you probably don't have great memories of Notre Dame from a playing standpoint.
No.
The 04 game is when Ainge got hurt, and 05 was just kind of mixed in with.
He had a good game that game, though.
Well, then what's there to be concerned about?
A day across the middle, Tom Zipkowski hit me pretty good. Had a hitch on the outside, stiff arm. Corner pretty good. That same corner, I think, was at the U.S. Army All-American game. I had a pretty good game, man. I remember some of the plays from that game. But, of course, I was upset about the team result, Josh. You do realize that, right?
You know, 04 Notre Dame went 6-6.
Yeah, Ty Willingham got fired after that year. That's what makes that loss even worse.
Yeah, next year they were better when Charlie Weiss came in.
I'm aware.
You don't need the information.
They were a lot better. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A lot better. Stovall was a receiver. He went to Tampa Bay. Jeff Samardzin was receiver. He chose baseball. I mean, they were a problem, man. They were a problem. Brady Quinn was doing his thing. Brady Quinn was my quarterback at the U.S. Army All-American Bowl.
Did he throw you one of the touchdowns you caught?
Clayton Richards threw one. He went to play baseball. I don't know who threw the first one. I don't know if it was Chris Leak or Brady Quinn. It's one of those two. I appreciate him. I just don't remember who threw it.
You were just worried about whether the ball was going to get there. You did your job. You caught it.
I didn't think I was going to play, but hey. It's like I hurt my senior year. But it's game time. I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm like James Harden when he got traded from was it Houston or from Brooklyn? Charles had the draft, the All-Star NBA draft, and Charles Barkley said,
"He's good now.
He's good now. He getting traded. He's healed now." That was me. Oh, it's game time. I'm healed. I'm ready to go.
NBC, national television.
NBC, U.S. All-American Bowl.
Got the Polynesian Bowl today, by the way.
Absolutely.
5 Tennessee players.
Yeah, several guys repping the orange will be competing. Man, David Sanders will be showing everybody why he's the best tackle in this class and what he's going to be doing as a freshman in the SEC.
Yeah, I've seen some footage of him looking pretty good against those fellow Polynesian bowlers on the defensive side.
Real good.
We'll continue the conversation. He is former U.S. Army All-American Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward, 865-656-9900. So Tennessee players in the Polynesian Bowl, Tennessee basketball against Vanderbilt. We have Bruce in the text box asking, can Swain speak on the wide receivers in the portal we have a chance on? So we have a lot to get to right here.
Y'all leave me alone.
On Josh and Swain.
Pick it on me.
Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
At Progressive, we're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you could save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Do you have jewelry sitting in a jewelry box that you don't wear anymore? It might be time to mix it up. Hi, I'm Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. Jewelry is made to be worn and loved, and if you're not loving what you have, then let's do something about it. At Lehman Jewelers, we have a top-selling consignment department where we showcase and sell the beloved treasures that you don't wear anymore. Or maybe you want to redesign some of the jewelry that you have into your new dream jewelry. We can help you with that too. With over 100 years of experience, our in-house jewelers can redesign and remake your old outdated pieces into the jewelry that you've been dreaming of. With our state-of-the-art repair shop at Laser Welding Technology, the sky is the limit. To get started selling your jewelry on consignment or redesigning them into dream jewelry, stop by one of our 2 locations, in Turkey Creek, in Maryville, or get started online at LehmanJewelers.com. Lehman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler of choice since 1983.
Lehman Jewelers, proud supporter of the Lady Vols.
On Wednesday, January 22nd, Knoxville, Tennessee is where the best wrestle as All Elite Wrestling presents Dynamite.
All Elite Wrestling has entered a whole new era.
Be there live and be a part of the most exciting professional wrestling experience in the world when AEW arrives in Knoxville for the first time ever. AEW Dynamite, live Wednesday, January 22nd from Knoxville Coliseum. Tickets on sale now, starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
Hey, it's Ainge with my go-to local roofing company, Smith Roofing and Exteriors. Owner Chris Smith is here with a special announcement about what time it is here in Tennessee.
Hey, Eric, we are proud to partner with you and love our balls. When it comes to the Smith team, every season is roofing season. So for us, it's always roofing time in Tennessee. And we are proud to be your Big Orange roofer right here in Big Orange Country. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and decks. And don't play games when it comes to making sure the job is done right the first time.
Speaking of your home, my family and I, we love going to the games at the stadium, but there's something special about watching from the comfort of your home and knowing the roof over your head is safe and secure.
We couldn't agree more, Eric. From Crossville to Sevierville and everywhere in between. Get your fast, free, no obligation estimate by calling 865-568-6169 or visit BigOrangeRoofer.com.
Choose Smith Roofing and Exteriors to be your family's trusted Big Orange roofer.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-okay.
CumulusDigital.com. Another mild day, 52 almost seeming tropical, right? With abundant blue skies. Late day clouds are here ahead of rainfall early and often Saturday morning for all. And about a half an inch to help bust through the rest of the ice and snow. But not the prettiest weekend. A lot of clouds. For the WVLC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Get ready to rock with an acoustic set from the Nelsons, featuring your favorite Nelsons hits, as well as Ricky Nelson classics at the Bearden Banquet Hall on Friday, January 17th. Tickets are only $75 and include a pre-show dinner buffet. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster today.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
says Josh and Swain, thank you for being with us. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward, 865-656-9900. Richard in the YouTube chat. You can watch on YouTube, 99.1 Sports Animal channel. Stop by, subscribe. We would really like to receive details from Swain. Tennessee basketball will play Vanderbilt tomorrow. Swain, this is a big one. Every SEC game is a big one the way the league is this year, but Vandy will be at home. You know they would love to get a win over a top 10 Tennessee. Kind of help spoil the start of SEC play. It's still so early, but they had their player A.J. Hoggard talking about we don't like them, they don't like us. Could get chippy tomorrow. Vanderbilt's not a bad team at all. 14-3, 3-1 in SEC play. Mm-hmm. And they do some things really well. Defensively, they make things challenging for opponents. They're good at forcing turnovers. Tennessee better take care of the basketball on the road because you turn the ball over, give them opportunities in transition, they can get some easy baskets. You have a game on your hands. So Tennessee at Vanderbilt tomorrow, 3:30 on the SEC Network.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Zakai Ziegler is your point guard and he doesn't get in foul trouble, like he's going to take care of the basketball. I know his turnovers are up, but I don't think we're going to see a team go out there and have 15, 16, 17 turnovers. I mean, we do a pretty good job taking care of the basketball. The problem is making shots. You got your leading scorer that's in a slump right now, and you've been able to rely on, especially in the last game, rely on Zakai Ziegler and rely on Gainey to step up from a guard position and make shots from the outside. So hopefully Chazanier playing in his hometown is able to have family there, get a ton of tickets, and he can get buckets like he did back when he was in high school and put the ball in the basket. But if not, then you will need Gainey and Zakai to kind of pick up where they left off versus Georgia.
Yeah, that's a good breakout time if you're going back home to Nashville, and you don't want to have 4 straight games where you're talking about, man, what's going on with the shooting? And we've talked about make or miss, there are opportunities for Tennessee to succeed. Obviously, over the course of the season, Tennessee wants him to make more than he's going to miss. Yeah. So let's see how Chaz shoots the basketball. They had a big performance from Dubar against Texas. Gainey was terrific the other night for Tennessee. If they can continue to get that kind of bench production, that's big when you play in these kinds of games away from home in the SEC. Vanderbilt is top 3 in the nation in steal percentage, top 10 in turnover percentage forced by opponents.
Yeah, Rick was talking about how they play, gap defense and do a really good job of forcing deflections, and that's kind of like the base of being a really good defensive team in terms of creating steals, because those are live ball opportunities where you can get down on the other side of the court and get buckets. Like those dead ball turnovers, you can weather that better than those live ball turnovers. And so, we have to be really good in whatever the game plan is, and back to our fundamentals of taking care of the ball and being strong with the ball, and either have your dribble and you haven't used it, or if you've picked up your dribble, Vanderbilt does a really good job of mirroring the ball and creating deflections. So, man, you better be pass faking. You better not telegraph passes, because they've done a really good job of stealing those.
Yep, 14-3 overall. I think I said 3-1, 2-2 in SEC play. I apologize for that. They beat South Carolina the other night in overtime. So a quality basketball team. They'll be at home. You go on the road. This is actually could be a quality win for Tennessee when you think about where things are with where teams are ranked. Go on the road to Vanderbilt, and this can work out for Tennessee's resume.
Heck yeah, man. You want to play good teams,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because it makes your resume look good when you beat them.
We also saw earlier today with Tennessee basketball, next Saturday on the road, College Game Day will be in the house. Tennessee at Auburn, ESPN Game Day. College Game Day will be in Auburn for Rick Barnes' team taking on Bruce Pearl's team.
That place is going to be rocking. But for Tennessee, you got a little bit of a pass. They'll be without their best player, a National Player of the Year candidate, Janai Broome, who will continue to rest up that ankle that he hurt against South Carolina. But they got a freshman guard that can go get it. They got some toughness on that basketball team. They have the green light to shoot it, and man, if they make some shots early and that place get going, it's gonna be hard for Tennessee. So you can't let them get that mojo like we saw Florida have and get that momentum and start missing shots and stop guarding the three. And we've seen how Auburn can put the chokehold on opponents down there in the jungle.
Auburn will play at Georgia tomorrow, and then the Tigers are off for the next week before Tennessee will be at Auburn. So Auburn at Georgia tomorrow. Other games around the SEC will include Alabama at Kentucky. That'll be a good one to watch in Lexington. That's an early start. That'll be a noon tip at Rupp Arena. Ole Miss will play at Mississippi State. That'll be a big one there at the Hump. Arkansas at Missouri.
Missouri coming off a big win on the road against Florida. How do they respond to a team in Arkansas that has all the talent, but they haven't won an SEC game, and they might be coming in really desperate. At least I would hope they come in desperate.
Yeah, I hope so, Arkansas.
You just never know, man, because those guys will be going to NBA, and it seems to be all that matters.
Texas at Florida as well in the SEC. League is stacked.
Yeah, Texas got their – was it Texas or OU?
Texas beat OU 2 nights ago.
Yeah, Texas got their first conference win. So, can Texas get another one?
Yeah, I think Texas is a good team.
They are.
I don't know if they're going to go to the tournament. I don't know what they're going to end up doing in the SEC. This is going to be a tough game at Florida, obviously. But I think Texas is good.
Heck yeah, they're good, Josh. One of the best teams in the SEC. They're the best one-win team in the SEC.
Yeah,
one conference win team in the SEC, Josh, and we beat them. I'll make our wins look good.
As you should. Yeah. I mean, they have 5 losses already, but they lost to Ohio State away from home, lost to UConn, lost to Texas A&M on the road, lost to Auburn, lost to Tennessee.
That's a good team, man. UConn, that's a championship pedigree she's going up against. No one's ever going to fault you for losing to Tennessee. Auburn's #1 team in the country. Ohio State is just so far away from home. Those guys probably got homesick. Totally understandable. What was the other one, Texas A&M?
Yeah, and in College Station?
Yeah, see.
Come on now.
Tough place to play.
Yeah, the Ohio State game was in Vegas. Change the time zones?
How can you concentrate when you're in Vegas?
Shouldn't even count.
It's not even fair.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900. Tennessee doesn't need too much help from us. They get ready for Vanderbilt tomorrow. Big game coming up in Nashville, the Our State game, you might say, in basketball. We'll come back and invite you to join us, 865-656-9900, the number to call or text as we continue on Josh and Swain.
You're in the best hands when you choose CRS Exteriors for all your exterior home renovations. Over 50 years experience, CRS specializes in providing superior products and expert craftsmanship. Locally owned and operated, CRS Exteriors, the name customers trust again and again for honest pricing. And as always, 12 months interest-free financing with no money down.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford. My family has purchased several vehicles from Ted Russell Ford at both locations. We've made purchases, done trade-ins at both the Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike locations. They have 2 locations for you, which means more inventory that's available, more options with their new and pre-owned vehicles. And right now they have big savings. You can save big and find low interest rates with the New Year's Bash that's available. Big savings on 2024 Ford F-150s. We're more than a couple weeks into 2025. They want to move those 24 vehicles out of there. Those 24 vehicles that remain, take advantage of the savings that come with Ford F-150s, the Ford F-150 Lightning, the Super Duty trucks that they have, their lineup of SUVs, which includes the Explorer, the Expedition. If you need a big family SUV, the winter months might have reminded you that's something you might need, or if you're getting ready for spring and summer travel, check out what they have at Ted Russell Ford. Parkside Drive, Kingston Pike, and you can shop online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
It should be easy to find a local plumber, right? Plumber near me.
Hey there, we can help you.
Weird. These are all big companies.
Excuse me?
We're a plumbing company 2 miles away. Hello?
Well, it is what it is. Guess I'll dial that 1-800 number.
Can she seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local plumbers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
For the love of Tennessee at dawn. For the love of the fight. For the love of having nowhere else you'd rather be. For the love of Tennessee. Travel safe. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Do you have an anniversary or your wife's birthday approaching? Are you going to buy her a gift? I want you to stop and imagine how she'll react when she opens your gift. But before you buy anything, I want you to stop by TK Wheeler Jewelers and imagine how she'll react to your gift when it's diamonds from TK Wheeler Jewelers. Which reaction are you looking for? It'll be the best gift you've ever imagined. One woman, one diamond, one place to go. TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge, next to Outback.
Automobile accidents occur every day across the state of Tennessee. Your drive to work or just a quick trip to the market can turn into a life-altering event. If you're injured as a result of another driver, let McKinnish Law Group fight for the compensation you deserve. Their experienced attorneys handle everything from medical bills to lost wages. They're here to make sure you're not alone, and you don't have to settle for less. When life throws you the unexpected, trust McKinnish Law Group to stand by your side. Visit McKinnishLaw.com today and let them fight for your future.
On Wednesday, January 22nd, Knoxville, Tennessee is where the best wrestle as All Elite Wrestling presents Dynamite.
All Elite Wrestling has entered a whole new era.
Be there live and be a part of the most exciting professional wrestling experience in the world when AEW arrives in Knoxville for the first time ever. AEW Dynamite, live Wednesday, January 22nd from Knoxville Coliseum. Tickets on sale now, starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Tennessee at Auburn next Saturday. Vanderbilt's the focus right now ahead of tomorrow, but College Game Day headed to Auburn next week when Tennessee is in town. Evan in Augusta says a win at Auburn for Tennessee would be equivalent to 3 wins in the conference. It would be huge in the SEC race if Tennessee can win there next week.
Yeah, 3 wins versus non-top 10 team. Because, I mean, there's several top 10 teams in this conference. I don't know if 3 wins versus Auburn would equal that, but like a middle-of-the-road SEC team or one that's ranked a little bit lower, 3 of those probably. I mean, anytime you can knock off number 1 team on their floor, like it's hard to win on the road, period. But to win there at Auburn, that's extremely difficult.
Yep.
And we've taken some really good teams down there, and we've come back with our nose bloodied a little bit.
Now, Tennessee does get to play on Tuesday. That helps in the turnaround, but I'm sure Tennessee's not thrilled that Auburn gets the whole week to prepare for the game. Maybe they'll come out rusty.
Maybe.
But Tennessee will play Vanderbilt on the road tomorrow, Mississippi State at home on Tuesday, and then at Auburn on Saturday.
Man, that rest can work both ways, man.
Sure.
I mean, it's good when it's good, but if you've rested too long and not played, it could impact, your chemistry, your momentum. I mean, you want to keep playing if you got positive momentum, not rest and risk it changing. This is why coaches call timeouts when the other team's going on a 10-0, 15-0 run to stop the momentum. That's why you call timeout. So,
yep.
We'll see how it plays out, though.
Hey, did you see Mel Kiper's top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL draft? Draft is right around the corner. Senior Bowl is coming up in a week and a half, 2 weeks.
I believe so, Josh. I think I came across it.
Shedeur Sanders, top quarterback in the draft?
I don't know if I agree with that.
Mel Kiper's top 5. Shedeur, Cam Ward of Miami, Jackson Dart of Ole Miss, Jalen Milroe of Alabama, Quinn Ewers at Texas. Tennessee Titans have the number 1 pick. Rest of the top 10.
Quinn Ewers should be ahead of Jalen Milroe.
I think so.
I mean,
from an NFL profile.
The Jalen Milroe I saw this year was not very accurate as a passer, dynamic as a runner, but I remember the critiques on Lamar Jackson coming out of Louisville, and he was a way better passer than the Milroe.
The rest of their top 10, Will Howard, Kyle McCord, Curtis Rourke, Tyler Show, and Dylan Gabriel. I mean, it's not the most attractive quarterback class, is it, from an NFL
Gabriel, is that like he has him listed last out of that group?
10th, yes.
Ouch.
Not a big guy, not the strongest arm. He's a winner. He's played a lot of football. But Shedeur, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe, Quinn Ewers, the top 5 for Mel Kiper.
Yeah, I would like to know why Shedeur over Cam Ward, because Cam Ward, man, a little bit more agile in the pocket. I thought he had a better display of throwing the football this season than Shedeur, even though Shedeur is a good passer, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, Cam was on another level this season, especially in crunch time situations. I mean, his team didn't get to the playoffs, but it wasn't the offense's fault. That's why they're looking for a new defense coordinator, or they fired their old defense coordinator. I mean, Cam was clutch, man. He has a clutch gene that I think should be noticed and should be accounted for.
Yeah, Cam will make some mistakes. He'll probably trust his playmaking ability too often, and it'll come back to bite him. But he will make some of those plays too.
No, 100%. Like, he held on to the ball a little bit too much. One hand on the ball, maneuvering in the pocket early in the season versus Virginia Tech. I remember that game, watching him.
Was it the Vautech game, though, where he's being tackled, and I think he two-hand tosses the ball out before he's sacked to the ground and ends up being a big play? You remember that play? I think it's Vautech. That was the Friday night game where they have the Hail Mary controversy. But he made a wild play where the awareness to even think, I'm going to get rid of the ball, and then actually be able to do it. I mean, he has all kinds of ability.
He's special, man. And they missed him. They missed him on the eval coming out of high school. Man, he wasn't highly ranked at all. So I mean, he's a great story too.
Yes, he will now be replaced by Carson Beck at Miami.
That's right. That's right, my friend. So, yeah, I mean that'll be something to monitor and kind of see who. I thought Quinn Ewers was pretty good this year, and I like how it seems effortless for him to layer the ball over defenders and throw the ball with accuracy and anticipation. I think that's a pretty strong trait that could translate to the next level. Not the most agile quarterback in the pocket, but, man, he's a passer of the football for sure.
Let's see what the Titans do. They have the number 1 pick, but they have a few things to get figured out, including who's going to run everything in the GM position.
At least they got a quarterback they can build around. So they're good. They just need some players around Will Levis, man. Build around Levis.
It's not very nice, Swain.
What?
It's not very nice.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay. Hey, I'll toss this out there. We can spend 2 minutes on it, or you can carry it over if you want to. So I shared on social media. Chris Lowe joined us yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He had the news a couple days ago. Tim Banks will stay as the defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Chris mentioned that Tennessee's not going to the playoff without what Tim Banks did this past season.
Yeah,
I don't even think that's an opinion. That's
facts.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a fact.
Duh.
But received a few messages saying it's Rodney Garner because of what the defensive line did. Rodney Garner deserves almost all the credit, not Tim Banks.
Don't do that. Don't do that, folks. Josh, why would you tell me that right before a break?
Well, allow it to simmer for a moment.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
One of the messages included, every time our defensive line struggled, the entire defense really struggled. It was really the defensive line.
Oh, my gosh. That's any defense.
That's what I thought is, well,
and that's just any offense.
That's how football works. Yeah. If the offensive line doesn't play well, the offense is going to have a difficult time succeeding. If the defensive line doesn't play well, the defense is going to have a difficult time. That's why we say that it's a line of scrimmage game.
Don't do that, man. Y'all, come on, man.
We're better than this, right? As a collective people?
I mean, I hope so. You can't just give a man his flowers?
Every year since Tim Banks arrived, the defense has improved as a whole. They've improved their scoring defense, and they were actually tasked with being better each year because of the offense's decline over the last couple of years from where it was in 2022. So more was asked of the defense than we probably expected, and they still lived up to it as a whole.
They did.
So, yeah, I'm comfortable saying Tim Banks deserves a lot of credit as the leader of the whole unit.
Yeah, everyone on defense deserves a lot of credit. Like, you don't...
Yeah, that's not to say Rodney Garner doesn't deserve credit.
Yeah, like there's GAs, there staff members on defense that all are part of a top 10 scoring defense, a top 10 defense in terms of yards allowed. Like, there's a lot of people that help contribute to that. It's not just one person. Tim Banks is going to get a lot of credit, but Tim Banks is a guy that will definitely point fingers to other people that helped the defense play well. And Rodney Garner is a big reason, just like Willie Martinez is a big reason, just like Coach Inge is a big reason. But don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Just making sure I wasn't crazy.
Wasn't he up for like an award or something this year?
Broyles Award.
What's that award for?
Nation's top assistant.
Oh, okay.
Finalist.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Final hour coming up, 865-656-9900. If you would like to be a part of it, we'll get ready for the weekend, which will also include the divisional round in the NFL playoffs. One more hour to go. Next to Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
You run a great local business. Unfortunately, it's buried on page 15 when people search for your service online. Thankfully, there's Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost helps your business increase your online presence. Don't get overshadowed by large corporations when your neighbors need your business the most. You work too hard to go unnoticed. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost today at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, East Tennessee, start your New Year's resolution at Rusty Wallace Honda. Start the year off right with these incredible deals. Get a 2025 front-wheel drive CR-V Sport for just $339 a month. You heard it right, $339 a month. Or cruise in a 2025 Civic Touring model. Top of the line, only $319 a month. And make your resolution last with Rusty's no-charge 200,000-mile warranty. Don't wait. Get to the intersection of selection, Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive. See dealer for details.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953, and the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute. Tom Brady enters the divisional round at peak awkwardness. He's improved a lot as a broadcaster, but now he's running the Raiders. He'll be calling the Lions game and getting a close-up view of Detroit offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, who he wants to hire. Brady will have a lot of eyes on him as he tries to navigate what has become a very unique situation. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for University Housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's Jake Newton at West Knoxville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Visit our multi-million-dollar used car lot, starting at $4,000.
Welcome into hour number 3 of Josh and Swain on this Friday afternoon. Thank you for being with us. Getting ready for a big sports weekend. Swain, we've covered a lot here in the first 2 hours. The fun of what's going to happen with revenue sharing in college sports. Still a question mark surrounding that. Had the Title IX update from the Department of Justice yesterday saying that the revenue sharing that is expected to take place starting July 1st would fall under the Title IX category, meaning men and women athletes need a split that is even, which has been different from what schools have been preparing for. That might not ultimately be the case once we get to July 1st or whenever the revenue share starts. So we've covered some of that. Tennessee basketball at Vanderbilt tomorrow, the NFL playoffs this weekend, national championship game on Monday. Barrett Slee in the first hour came on and said he thinks Notre Dame's going to win.
Yeah, he was sleepy, man. It was that massage chair.
I have considered that. He was doing the show from a massage chair, and he sent a selfie where he was sitting straight up. But during the interview, he was in lean back mode. Trey Wallace posted a photo on Twitter, and Barrett was in comfort zone.
Yeah, he was half asleep.
Yeah. So if maybe when he's wrong on Monday night, if I were him, I would use that. So we'll see what happens. You and I could be wrong, but we think that Ohio State will win on Monday.
Yep, we do. People are really trying to take credit away from Tim Banks?
Just a few, but you know how it goes.
I got you.
I think the majority of Tennessee fans have said that's good news. He's coming back. Defense was really good. Need to be better. The news of Jermod McCoy is no good with his ACL tear.
Mm-hmm.
But whether it's Tim Banks or a different defensive coordinator, you're going to have to deal with that.
But so majority of Tennessee fans. So you're saying that there's some Tennessee fans that think what?
Well, my guess is that Tennessee could do better. I guess technically they could. I wouldn't want to try right now.
When has Tennessee ever done better in this scenario? Where you have a coach that was recognized as one of the best assistant coaches in the country.
Right.
When has history been kind to us and we've seen Tennessee do better in that scenario?
It's probably not happened too often.
Nope. I've heard some of the same stuff when, Mike DeBoer was here.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike DeBoer was awesome. And I would sit back going, what? What are you talking about? Y'all don't see them concepts? You don't see how he's drawing things up? I mean, the Josh Malone touchdown catch and run against Florida, that was masterful stuff. Like, what are you looking for? What do you want?
Yeah, when Mike DeBoer left, that's when they really ran into issues. And I know there's a head coaching change that took place the next year, but they went from DeBoer to Larry Scott to Helton to Chaney. It was change.
Yeah.
There was no structure to what was going on.
I mean, there are times when the scheme is not good enough. There are times when the adjustments are not good enough. Every coach goes through that, okay? Sometimes the other staff has your number. But there are times when the scheme is good and the players don't execute it. And I know you would say, hey, it's the coach's job to get the players to execute. It's the player's job to execute. Like, I've been in that huddle. I've been on that football field. I've taken direction from a coach. I've been in that film room after the game and was asked, what are y'all doing? That's not what we practice. You can't be out there freestyling, doing your own thing. Like, I've been in those meetings. But there are times when, like, the coaches have done everything the right way, but the players just didn't execute. I just don't understand why anyone would think that you're just going to go get better in the snap of a finger when you have a guy that was one of the top assistants in the country and was top 10 in defense. Like, what else do you want? I know the game against Georgia was bad, but what does Tim Banks have to do with the lineman not getting pressure? That wasn't on Rodney Garner. Rodney Garner's been teaching dudes the same stuff for years. Those guys didn't win one-on-one matchups. That's not on Rodney Garner. I didn't hear anybody questioning Rodney Garner after that game. Did you? Because I didn't. Man, Rodney Garner must have lost it in that Georgia game. No, he didn't. The players didn't win. They didn't win the battles. That's what it's about sometimes at the end of the day.
In 2021, Tennessee gave up 29 points per game. In 2022, and that ranked 12th in the SEC. So that's year one with Josh Heupel and Tim Banks. 2022, that number dropped to a little less than 23 points per game. So they improved by about a touchdown per game and moved up to sixth best in the SEC in scoring defense. 2023, Tennessee was third in the league, 20.3 points per game given up. So they improved by another field goal. In this past season, Tennessee, again third in the SEC, behind Ole Miss and Texas, giving up 16 points per game. They've improved by more than 2 touchdowns since Tim Banks arrived in points allowed per game.
Yeah, that's pretty easy right there. There's a lot of programs around the country that would love for their defense to only allow 16 points per game. Love it. You have bad games.
Sure.
It happens, but only 2 teams scored more than 20 points against Tennessee this entire season. I think that's pretty good. I think the energy should be directed somewhere else instead of on defense. If anyone has any problems with what Tim Banks did this season.
Do you want to get to Bruce, who's in Gainesville, by the way? Could use some Tennessee info, who asked about any portal updates at wide receiver for Tennessee.
I don't have any, no.
Let's get to Turkey Man.
Ask the recruit experts.
Let's get to Turkey Man on Josh and Swain. Hey, Turkey Man, good to hear from you.
Hey, guys, hope you just have a good weekend, and thanks for taking my call. Hey, I was going to ask kind of on what line you're talking about. The 3 phases of the football game that we had, the offensive, defensive, and the special teams, and breaking those down from the defensive backs, the linebackers, and the interior linemen, in all 3 phases, breaking it down. How do you rank the coaches and the units this year? Like, how do you rate the running backs number 1, the defensive line number 1, so on and so forth? How do you rank them all the way down? And who ranked bottom in your eyes?
Set up, huh?
Well, kind of.
Turkey Man, on a Friday?
Defense was good. Offense was not good enough. That's what I got.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the linebacker coaching. How do you think about they were? How do you think the defensive backs coaching was? How do you think the interior lineman coaching was? The quarterbacks, the running back. I thought the running backs did well. The wide receivers did.
Sorry, man. What you think? I think about the receiver play this year.
I wanted to see where you ranked it.
Where do you think I got it ranked? Turkey Man, where do you think I got the receivers ranked?
I think I got it at the bottom. If it's 10 spots, I think it's at the bottom. But I was going to see who you had at the top.
Defensive line at the top. Yep, defensive line at the top.
Running backs or defensive line?
At the top? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as a unit, I'll go to the defensive line. What they were able to do. I mean, they were the foundation of the defense. I thought our corner play was a lot better this year than last year. I mean, you produced an All-American there in McCoy. I thought our running back group. I thought the depth could be better from a talent standpoint, but I thought with luck most of the season, guys not being getting hurt to the point where they missed the entire season. Dylan Sampson did do something to his hamstring against Vanderbilt, and that affected him against Ohio State. We saw with Bishop sprained his ankle and was out for a couple games, but like the running back group, it just it wasn't as good as it needs to be. I mean, there were 2 guys that in the room that we recruited, and they're not here anymore. So, and never really played. So, but I thought the top 2 guys did a pretty good job.
Hey, Turkey Man.
Friends, Turkey Man.
Turkey Man, it's good to hear from you as always. Can we get a gobble gobble out the door? You're the best. Turkey Man, thank you. Right here on Josh.
Today.
Not today.
He's not the best today.
So if we did a ranking, he's not number 1. You're not ranking him with the D line.
Yeah, you want me to rank the? That's a setup right there. Defense was good. Offense not good enough. There you go.
Okay.
Turkey Man.
You know what? It's good to put us on the hot seat sometimes. Turkey Man did so.
I control my answers. I control what comes out of my mouth.
That's right.
It ain't Turkey Man's fault. It's all good. People saw the games. They saw for their own as well, too.
People in the text box the last couple of weeks have asked you to take control of the portal recruiting. We'll come back here on Josh and Swain. We'll get you ready for the weekend. Who's going to win in the NFL this weekend? We have a lot to cover. And Attaboy later in the hour right here on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for the Jungle Email Club.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Wilson Brothers Plumbing is a great local company. We've used them at my home. We have relied on Wilson Brothers when we needed help with an underground leak issue. It is a warmer Friday. That is not going to be the case at the start of next week. We're here in the winter season. If you run into an issue from the winter weather, if you run into an issue with frozen pipes, anything like that, get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing and see how they can help you. Wilson Brothers Plumbing is locally owned and operated. Every day they're focused on helping people in East Tennessee. They can help you with preventative maintenance. So if the recent weather has been a reminder, if this message is a reminder to you that you need to get things checked out if you have any concerns, Wilson Brothers Plumbing can help. Close to 25 years helping people in East Tennessee. You can call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537. You can visit the website, wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Tyler Ivins from the afternoon show. Let me tell you about my new fence I just got from Tennessee Home. If you came to my house in West Knoxville, I have a beautiful house, but the backyard fence looked like something out of a horror movie. Splits, leaning, skunks, possum, any creature was coming in and out of my backyard. I had to get somebody who was a licensed professional who could come in and give me the privacy that I sorely need. James Anthony checked all the boxes. Give him a ring this afternoon. 865-304-0955. Or you can book online. That's at TennesseeHome.us.
It's a new year, time for new goals. At the YMCA of East Tennessee, there's something for everyone to kickstart your journey to health and happiness. From basketball to swimming, weightlifting to yoga, and group classes and childcare, the Y has everything your family needs, all under one roof. With 5 convenient locations in Knoxville, you're never far from a place where everyone belongs. Discover a community that supports you and find the best version of yourself. Join the Y today, where New Year's goals become lifelong habits. The YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us. Learn more or join online at ymcaknoxville.org.
It's basketball time in Tennessee. Union Place Bar and Grill off Chambliss Avenue in Bearden is the only place to be. 24 TVs, including a 160-inch video wall in the dining room, a game room with billiards, shuffleboard, darts, golden tee, buck hunter, and video poker, and a huge outdoor courtyard perfect for tailgating with beautiful scenery, a covered area, and live music every weekend. You can't lose, unless you don't show up. Union Place Bar and Grill off Chambliss Avenue. Follow them on Facebook for daily specials. Union Place Bar and Grill. This must be the place.
Looking for the sweetest deals in town? Look no further than 991thesportsanimal.com. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer, and these sweet deals are half off. So whether you're looking for pizza and sandwiches for lunch or a relaxing dinner with family and friends, Sweet Deals has it all. Visit 991thesportsanimal.com today and treat yourself to the sweetest deals in town. Sweet Deals, because everyone deserves a sweet deal.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. With VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. We're excited this segment to go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. Big football weekend coming up, 3 days of football when you include college football on Monday. Good time to talk to Fat Jack from FatJackSports.com. Fat Jack, how are you today?
Good. How are you guys? Everything going okay in Knoxville?
Yeah, we're good. We thawed out. We have more cold temperatures coming around the corner, but yeah, we're good. We have big football games coming up.
I think you're getting what Oklahoma's getting also, but you guys got a little more of the snow. I know they got 3 or 4 inches last week, and it's going to be really, really cold again this week. Good week to stay in. Football on all weekend long. You know what's interesting, guys? This year, and I never get to say this, so I feel like it's important to say this, but this year has been the most customer-friendly year, and this is what the sports books are saying, FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars, MGM, that this has been the most customer-friendly year that they have had in 25 years, meaning that the less you knew about handicapping, the less you knew about finding winners as it relates to the spread, the less you knew, the better off you did. More than any year they've had in the last quarter century, this has been the best. The FanDuel's revenue's down $360 million. MGM's down in their sportsbook department. The projections are down $280 million. And translation, to win money this year consistently, you've been better off asking your girlfriend who she liked if she doesn't like sports, and you would have had a better chance than if you actually know how to handicap games. So the real reason I bring this up is in a year when literally the house has taken a bath, the fact that we're turning a profit, and it's not a huge profit. This is one of the worst years I've had in 26 years in this business, although everything's still winning. Football's turning a profit. Players' props winning 5 out of every 6 weeks. Basketball's averaging a unit of profit a day over the last 3 weeks. We're turning a great profit, but nothing like we normally do. But in a year when the sports books are all taking a huge bath, that's really a testament to what the overall system that I use and having all these different sports to make money at, because it's been a great year for the general public. If you, by the way, if you didn't win money this year betting on sports, and you normally don't win money betting on sports other years, you're never going to make money betting on sports. Let me just say that, because this was your year. This was the year when Ohio State plays Texas, and the yardage are the same. Everything is exactly the same. You're getting 6 or 6.5 points, but you get a scoop and a score to get Ohio State over the finish line as it relates to the line in a game when 95% of the public had Ohio State. So interesting year overall, but ready for this weekend, excited to make some money and get people deeper into profit.
Where's all the money this weekend in terms of the NFL playoffs, and which team you think people have the most confidence in covering the spread?
So Baltimore's been the one this weekend. And by the way, it's not 100% of anything. All right, sports gambling is not based on 100%. So just because so far this year, the general public or the $50 guys walk up to the window and say, hey, this team's better than that team, that's going to win. That doesn't happen every game. And at any point, that will revert back to the way it's been for the last quarter century. So it's not really good ever to follow the general public anywhere when it relates to sports betting. They just normally don't win. The underdogs during the playoffs are 55-32 against the spread since 2017. So 2 out of 3 almost are going to be underdogs. So you do want to think some underdogs. Baltimore is the one this week that's been pretty popular. The line opened Buffalo minus a point and a half. It's jumped the fence. Now Baltimore's minus a point and a half. It's hard to argue with that from a X's and O's standpoint. If you're just watching football, you're sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever, watching the games, you're going to like Baltimore. You're going to like Derrick Henry running the football. You're going to like the fact they won 35-10 the last time these two teams played. Henry had about 200 yards rushing. You're not going to factor in the fact, and you're also going to like the fact that Josh Allen's 0-3 against the spread and straight up as an underdog in the playoffs. So when he gets points, normally that indicates he's not going to win. What you're not going to like is the fact that Orchard Park is a really difficult place to play. Buffalo is sound top to bottom if they're able to stop the run. That's the big if with Baltimore. You got to be able to stop the run. Baltimore, number one defense in the league since week 11. So they've been really, really good the latter part of the season. I gave out to you guys and everybody else Buffalo to win the Super Bowl back in August and September on this show. And so I've got a couple of big tickets with them, which I'm hedging out of this week a little bit. But I think Buffalo wins at home. I like them. But that is swimming upstream a little bit, as most of the general public likes Baltimore. The other one, people are giving the Rams a good shot this weekend. After how they looked last week against Minnesota, people are going back to the well with the Rams. I had under in that game. It won easily on Monday night. But I will tell you, you got to be careful with Matt Stafford. He is a quarterback that's pretty predictable. He is not mobile, as everybody knows. When he goes outdoor in the snow and in the rain, he's 1-8 straight up. 54% completion and a 76 overall passer rating. So when you need a player like Matthew Stafford to perform against a really good Philly team and the number one defense over the course of the season in the league that's gotten healthy, and by the way, Saquon Barkley trying to run the football at your front four that's been okay at stopping the run all year, got a little bit better the last couple weeks. You better have Stafford, when he drops back to throw it 50 times, complete a lot of those passes. That a lot of times has not happened when he goes outdoors in the weather. So general public likes the Rams. I would lean toward Philly in that game. Philly's also averaging about 30 points a game over the last month.
Yeah, cold and snowy in the forecast in Philadelphia on Sunday with the Rams playing in Philly against the Eagles. We also have a national championship game on Mondays. You mentioned Ohio State. They've made it all the way to the title game. Notre Dame is there. Ohio State favored by more than a touchdown. What do you see with that game in Atlanta on Monday?
Yeah, so this is not one. The general public's pretty split. I mean, the money's split. The tickets are split. You're getting some Notre Dame action, and rightfully so. They've covered 11 straight. I mean, this has been a Notre Dame team that's outperformed the market since they lost to Northern Illinois. So this is a good spot for them. I can't get by the fact when you start digging into the numbers, and by the way, I have not – if you didn't factor in the lines at all and couldn't handicap, you've done great in the playoffs, in these NCAA playoffs. Favorites winning straight up and covering like 8 of 9 games. And a lot of times when they really shouldn't have, they've gotten really lucky, like, say, scoops and scores and things that are not predictable. But I can't get over the fact that Ohio State, they've only had one team score more than 17 points against this defense. I think these two teams are pretty mirror images as far as what they want to do. They want to run the football, they'll play action, play good defense, win time and possession. But Ohio State's only allowed over 17 points once this year. It was to Oregon the first time they played. And the like defense that Ohio State's played this year, you start looking at, okay, what's Notre Dame bring defensively to slow down that Ohio State offense? The other like defense to Notre Dame was USC, very similar in stats. Ohio State hung 35 on them. So this is one of those games where I think that you're getting two teams that are similar that like to do the same thing, and you've got one that's just better at it. So, and by the way, the general public likes Notre Dame a little bit too, so it's not like you're getting a lot of one-sided action, which is what you've had most of the playoffs with Ohio State. Providing that their quarterback plays halfway as well as he's played over the last 2 or 3 games, I think Ohio State's probably the right side minus points.
All right, FatJackSports.com is the website. Big football weekend. Basketball continues as well. What can people find? What do they need to do when they go to the website?
So I've sent out 18 player props for the weekend. Those are like $99. Player props won 5 games again last week. More than they lost. They are winning 5 out of every 6 weeks on average. Basketball's had one losing Saturday in the last 3 months. Literally 2.5, almost 3 months. Since the middle of November is the last time we've had one losing Saturday. Basketball's consistently building profit up over 35 games this year. Football, I've already sent out 3 or 4 plays for the weekend. I'm going to have more coming. Add those player props. Add the UFC if you want to make money there. Soccer won over 30 games in the month of December. They're winning again. Went 2-0 on Wednesday, and so they're winning again this week. Go to FatJackSports.com. Get signed up. Longer packages save you a ton of money. You can pay out the service fee up to over 8 to 10 months and get all the way through the 2026 Super Bowl, consistently making money betting the games against the spread. spread. Go to FatJackSports.com, sign up today, and win this weekend.
FatJackSports.com is the website. Fat Jack, good luck this weekend. We appreciate the time as always, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, guys, stay warm, and I'll talk to you soon.
We'll do our best. No guarantees on that one. Fat Jack, thank you as always.
It will be warm for sure. Because compared to what it was, last week, we'll be okay. Now, temperatures are supposed to drop again, right?
Yep.
We'll be all right.
Maybe we need to give some hotter takes.
No.
Cold weather hot takes?
No. No reason to force hot takes. That's how people get in trouble. Start saying stuff that bite you in the butt later.
Yeah, it really can come back to bite you.
Yeah.
Big time.
Now we'll stay warm by just turning on the heat, Josh. Putting on a jacket or a coat. Put on some gloves. No hot takes needed. I mean, you're welcome to do that. If you want to say that the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl, or you feel like Notre Dame is going to win by, multiple scores, or if you feel like that Vanderbilt's going to win this weekend, you can do that if you want to. Go for it.
I am worried about my Buffalo pick to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, you should be.
I mean, they could win it for sure, but it's not going to be easy this weekend.
It should be. It's going to be cold for both teams.
That's true.
It's also cold in Baltimore.
I don't want to tackle Derrick Henry in the cold. I want to tackle him when it's hot.
Who wants to tackle him anytime?
I don't want to tackle him when it's mild, but I definitely don't want to tackle him when it's cold. No, thank you.
35-10 the first time. Man, he's not going to be any easier to tackle. It's going to be harder to tackle because it's colder. It's going to hurt you.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I think Lamar's taking his game to another level. I know, Zay Flowers may not be 100%, but it's hard for me to overlook 35-10. I probably would roll with the Ravens in this one. But, I mean, Josh Allen has been phenomenal. He's been fun to watch. To do what he's done without Stephon Diggs and some of the other weapons, he's had in the past, Gabe Davis, dude's a stud. He really is.
Yeah, league rules require that one of those great quarterbacks is going to lose. Either Allen or Lamar will lose. And there will be hot takes about the loser, I'm sure, on Monday.
It'll be more hot takes about Lamar because he won MVP 2 times already, and he's probably going to win a third since his first team All-Pro.
Yeah.
And there's more weapons around him, including Derrick Henry, and you have an offensive coordinator that's getting head coaching consideration. It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
On Lamar if he doesn't win.
Yeah, you're right. Schedule for the weekend, Saturday, 4:30, Houston at Kansas City, 8 o'clock Saturday night, Washington at Detroit, and then on Sunday, 3 o'clock start with the Rams in Philadelphia, and then 6:30 Sunday night, Baltimore at Buffalo. We'll come back with 30 minutes to go and attaboy to hand out. We continue to get ready for the weekend on Josh and Swain.
The 99.1 The Sports Animal podcast channel is presented by Vols Snacks. Check them out today at volssnacks.com.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Why is it so cold in here?
Don't tell me the heat's broken again.
Are consolidating bills because you've got so much equity in your home right now. Your home is worth twice what you paid for it or more. And with a reverse mortgage or, even just a bill consolidation on through Fountain City Finance, you can breathe a whole lot easier when you don't have to stress over money or anything like that. A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau for over 30 years. Fountain City Finance, 687-8200, FountainCityFinance.com. Tell them Phil sent you.
Best rates, less wait, Fountain City Finance.
NMLS number 607-7065 and 133-884.
Temperatures are dropping, and if you're starting a DIY project this winter, you need cold weather building materials. A.G. Hines Company in downtown Knoxville has everything you need, materials, tools, and more than 100 years experience to answer your questions and help you get the job done right. Make them the best first stop you can make when it comes to your winter construction and do-it-yourself projects. Visit them in-store or online at aghines.com. A.G. Hines Company. That's AGHEINS.com.
Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Buy any new Ted Russell Nissan, and you're going to get it. A lifetime warranty. This will be the longest warranty you'll ever need. Not a 100, not even a 200,000-mile warranty, but a lifetime warranty. So don't settle for less. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Warm weather's here, and it's time to get outside and enjoy the privacy and the comforts of your own backyard, but you don't have a privacy fence. Or perhaps you need to upgrade your fence, as I just recently did with Tennessee Home. When contacting Tennessee Home, you're looking for somebody who is a licensed contractor who has one of the most experienced teams that East Tennessee has to offer. Over 100 yards for me and the new pup, Howie, and I've been satisfied since the final post went in the ground. 865-304-0955. That's 865-304-0955. We're online at TennesseeHome.us.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Bright blue skies and 52, basically a copy, just less wind of what we had on Thursday. But by midnight, changes are here. Rain for pretty much all of us. A good half an inch is likely to melt through the rest of the snow and ice, but only the upper 40s on Saturday and dropping temps in a hurry Sunday into next week. From the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Get ready to rock with an acoustic set from the Nelsons, featuring your favorite Nelsons hits, as well as Ricky Nelson classics at the Bearden Banquet Hall on Friday, January 17th. Tickets are only $75 and include a pre-show dinner buffet. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster today.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We'll hand out an attaboy coming up in just a moment. Story, very excited to share with you. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. Have you hopped on that Reggie Bush lawsuit yet? I've been trying to get you on there. You guys were in the same signing class, both U.S. Army All-Americans together. He's suing for NIL compensation, even though based on court cases and different things, I think he got some back in the day. But anyway, still time to hop on either that one or the Braylon Edwards lawsuit. There's several out there.
I mean, I could use extra tank of gas, I guess.
Yeah.
Would that be what I would probably make from it?
Probably, yeah.
I can use extra tank.
Yeah. Got to get home, don't you?
Holla at me, Braylon. Reggie. I'll jump on. I can use extra tank of gas for sure.
Yeah. You're a wide receiver, so maybe join Braylon's fellow receivers.
We are, yeah.
You almost went to Michigan to help replace him. You chose Tennessee instead.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would have replaced him. I would play alongside him for a little bit until he went to the league.
Until he moved on, okay.
Yeah. I would have played alongside him. Mm-hmm. Kevin Simon's teammate in high school was one of the ones that recruited me on my visit to Michigan. He's from De La Salle High School, Matt Gutierrez.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's connections.
Did you meet Kevin through the recruiting process or when you got to Tennessee?
Nope. I got to my locker. He was a couple lockers away. So Burnett was next to me. I forgot. Meacham. Meacham was a freshman. Number 4 when I first got here. Think about that one. Jonathan Wade. And then Kevin Simon. So we were all right there.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, Kevin Simon, he's a linebacker. He wasn't going to mess with wide receivers on visits. He didn't like you guys.
Well, I mean, they kind of looked at me funny because they was like, who getting his number 1? Because I'm pretty sure there were a lot of people plotting on it, you know, once Whitten left. So, I had to come in and be humble and keep my mouth closed and go make plays. That was the advice of Casey Clausen.
Yeah, you just walked in, showed him your 2 hands, said, these were the 2 hands that caught those touchdowns in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl.
I did not say that.
That's who I am.
No, I didn't say
Who are you?
That's when Hazen was still going around. I kept my mouth closed.
That's a good idea. We continue here on the show. We appreciate you being with us this afternoon on Josh and Swain. Right now, we hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Home, mind yourself. Nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. How about this news, Swain? We got it earlier today. Dick Vitale, he's had multiple battles, and he has gone through another battle recently against cancer. He has battled 4 different types of cancer in the past 3.5 years. It was announced on January 8th, 9 days ago, that he is cancer-free. And this morning it was announced by ESPN that he will return to the microphone to call Duke at Wake Forest Saturday, January 25th. So a week from tomorrow on ESPN, Dick Vitale will be back on the mic for his first game since April 3rd, 2023. Dickie V.
Yeah, baby.
Coming back.
He's going to be calling Cooper Flag a PTP or a diaper dandy. Looking forward to it.
Awesome, baby, with capital A.
That's right.
To see Dickie V back.
That's right. So I know how much Rick Barnes has been a part of Dickie's recovery and his battle against cancer. And I know Rick Barnes is thrilled to have Dick Vitale back because it's hard to think about college basketball, and I think about Dick Vitale, his enthusiasm, his passion for the game.
Yep. Dick Vitale has shared Rick Barnes communicating with Dick, sending him text messages and words of encouragement as he's gone through, again, 4 different types of cancer that he's had to battle through. Mm-hmm. So it's been almost 2 years, but Dick Vitale is back. He will return to the college basketball scene a week from tomorrow, Saturday, January 25th, for Duke at Wake Forest. Welcome back, Dick. Attaboy for the battle that he has gone through and all the work that he has put in to help others with their battle against cancer.
Yep, 100%.
That to me is the story with Dick Vitale. So we hand him our Attaboy today. We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design. It's your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. There's been a lot of indoor gathering here recently, and there will be again with the cold temperatures, which will motivate you, I'm sure, to get ready for springtime and the summer coming up. Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Get ready for the upcoming spring and summer season by calling Native Design at 865-310-3256 or visit the website nativetn.com. We'll come back for the final segment of today's show. We'll get you ready for the weekend, what to watch this upcoming weekend, final thoughts from today. We appreciate you being with us as we continue on Josh and Swain.
This new year, I want to spend more time with my family, get healthier, and make sure my finances are in order. That includes finally securing life insurance. My friend recommended SelectQuote. They've helped more than 2 million people find coverage in the last 40 years. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month. And my husband got a $500,000 policy for only $18 a month. Plus, we qualified for same-day life insurance. No medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With SelectQuote, even if you have a health concern, be it high blood pressure, diabetes, even heart disease, their experienced agents can find you the right life insurance policy at the lowest price. Make life Life Insurance the first resolution you check off your list this year.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-262-1212 to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-262-1212. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-262-1212. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Break out of those winter blues and head to your local Salsaritas Fresh Mexican Grill for lunch or dinner with friends, family, and coworkers. At Salsaritas, your meal is prepped right before your eyes. Planning a small gathering at home or just need a quick dinner idea? Pick up a Salsaritas Fiesta Pack. It's a taco dinner pack that everyone will love, including perfectly seasoned meats, toppings, wildly addictive chips, and fresh-made salsas. Order on the app and pick up on the way home. Salsaritas makes it easy to enjoy your fresh Mexican favorites. Salsaritas, it's better here.
For a flavor explosion like no other, Super Chicks is here to satisfy your cravings. Super Chicks offers tender, juicy chicken served grilled or hand-breaded and cooked to crispy golden perfection. That's the Super Chicks promise. From our famous chicken sandwiches and tenders to fresh salads and legendary sauce bar, we've got it all. And don't forget about our hand-cut fries or creamy custard for dessert. Super Chicks, now with 2 super locations in front of Target on Clinton Highway and in Farragut across from Farragut High School. Super Chicks, it's clucking awesome.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me. 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant will pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me, 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
You are losing money if you do not add a deck before you sell your home. That's why you need to call James Anthony, 304-0955. You can also see what you can do online. That's at TennesseeHome.us. We're talking 20 years of experience and not just squares and rectangles. If you're looking for somebody who can bring customization to your home, call James Anthony at Tennessee Home, 304-0955, 304-0955, or TennesseeHome.us.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
We're back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun today, a lot of fun this week. If you want to go back and listen to any of the show, you can always do that on Apple, Spotify, our WNML app. We have a podcast section there for you to go back and listen. Search Josh and Swain. Would love for you to subscribe, listen to any of our shows, any conversations that take place on the station, anywhere you get your podcast. You can listen to Josh and Swain on demand, thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. Swain, a lot of fun today. I think you enjoyed, roughly 85% of the show?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even more than that.
Yeah, I enjoyed all of it except Turkey Man's call. I enjoyed Turkey Man's call.
The turkey did text back in. He said, Josh, I went to buy some camo pants. I couldn't find any.
I mess with you, Turkey Man. Shout out to John Painter. And I was always told, you control what you say. Don't They can ask you whatever question they want to ask you. Talking about the media, you control your answer. So it doesn't matter what anyone calls in and asks me. I control what I say. So Turkey Man, ask away. That's what you want to know about what you saw this past football season. Ask away. I'll answer it the way I need to. Okay. But forward to.
Todd also texted back in and said, I heard Swain, as a recruit, demanded the number 1 jersey, the opportunity to one day work with his mentor, Josh Ward, and all-you-can-eat dead-end barbecue deferred for 20 years. Confirm or deny?
Deny. Yeah,
This is
graciously asked Coach Fulmer after our Michigan visit. Yeah.
Okay.
He said, yeah, it's yours. All right. We good now. Got that in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Still like to know exactly what the wording was. You know, Coach, I went to visit Michigan. I sure would appreciate that number 1.
Michigan. I didn't bring him up. I just asked, hey, Coach, just wondering. I mean, you know, if Witten leaves, is that number 1 available for me? Can I have it? He said, yeah. That was it. It was that simple.
Okay.
No twisting of the arm, none of that stuff, man. None of that. I was the easiest recruit ever. Committed early, helped everybody, helped us recruit other players. No drama. Stay committed. Shut down my recruitment. Real easy. That was easy, man.
I did interview you once that I recall for this radio station. So you did a radio interview with me.
I did?
I don't remember much about the conversation other than went well, went
terrible.
smoothly. You were committed at that point. So it was a radio interview after you had committed. Everybody was all excited.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, I was easy to get in touch with. Never gave Hubs any issues.
Yeah.
He was calling.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do remember. The only thing I remember was easy process.
Yeah.
Getting you on the phone, figuring out what time we were going to do it, and then interview happened.
no drama, man. No drama. I know what happened.
And then Meacham had to come in on signing day and steal all the signing day
I
excitement.
didn't want it, man. I was ready for it to be over. Couldn't wait. Now, he was, too. He was ready for it, too. 'Cause he told Coach, don't call me. Don't call me from my visit to signing day. I'm coming, but don't call me. I don't want nobody calling me. So he was over it, too. Most of us, like, the 3 of us that came in, old souls. Like, we used to listen to old school R&B and stuff, man. We old souls. So, we didn't like all the attention and all that stuff. I don't know how we would do today. I couldn't see Meach and be like, hey, I'm about to drop my top 25, y'all. Tune in next week. We're going to dwindle it down to 15. Like, I couldn't imagine that.
Oh, man. Swain would be #blessed on social media. There's no doubt about it.
I don't know how active I would be on there.
Before we close out today's show, we get ready for the weekend. We hit the power pole.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine.
Nuclear power pants.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power!
With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
All righty, Swain. Divisional round in the NFL. Big college basketball weekend. What to watch this weekend? You want to hit us with your list?
I'm going to omit Tennessee versus Vanderbilt because I'm watching that regardless.
3:30 SEC Network.
Yeah, men's and women's. I'm watching that one. So I'm going to save some room for the other games because I'm watching it. That should be a given for everybody else. But I'm going with Houston, KC at number 5. I'm going with Washington, Detroit at number 4. I'm going to squeeze in the Kentucky-Bama top 10 matchup in the SEC at number 3. Number 2 is Philly Rams, and then number 1 is Baltimore and the Buffalo Bills, man. That's the one thing for me to watch this weekend.
Would you believe it? We have the same exact top 5 in order. I even have Bama, Kentucky squeezed in there at number 3, sandwiched right in between.
Great minds think alike. Or not so great minds think alike.
Or us.
So what are the two?
Yeah, I do want to offer an honorable mention, though, for Tennessee men's and women's basketball against Vanderbilt tomorrow and Sunday, both in Nashville.
I already did that, Josh. I mentioned that first. I omitted them on my list. That didn't mean that you can put them on your honorable mention list.
Honorable mention. Dane Bradshaw will be on the call tomorrow for the SEC Network, by the way. So some VFL representation in that game in Nashville.
No game-winning shots from Vanderbilt, please, guys.
Avoid.
Do your job. Close this thing out. They hate you. Understand that.
Richard had a hot take in the YouTube chat. He says the Texans pull off the upset against the Chiefs.
I would not be surprised, man. Chiefs, they just some is off about them offensively. Defense is, their strong suit. They've been off for a while, but man, it's Patrick Mahomes, it's Andy Reid, so you can't go against them.
They are 6-0, Reid and Mahomes together in the divisional round. I believe that's right.
Yeah, you can't get
I don't think he's done a pick in the divisional round. I think that Chase Daniel was sharing the stat. I think he's like 16 touchdowns, no picks. So we'll see. If he doesn't Herbert the game, somebody didn't turn it over in the regular season. Did last week against the Texans. Houston took advantage.
Yeah. C.J. Stroud, he doesn't have a lot of weapons that's healthy right now.
But if the Texans win, Richard, remind me, but Monday, we'll give you the shout-out.
That's right.
We'll give you the credit. If KC wins, we'll just shame you. Monday at noon. Jason Lanazzi producing today. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun, and we'll do it again on Monday at noon. We'll see you then here on Josh and Swain.
Hey,